Right, we are live. Welcome everyone to this BBL 10 Eliminator final live stream. We have started a little bit late. There are already a couple overs in at the moment. At the moment, Adelaide Strikers are sitting 18 for none off the 2 overs. But it is Brisbane Heat versus Adelaide Strikers. Whoever wins this match goes on to face, it will be Sydney Thunder on, I believe it is Sunday that match has taken place. But I hope you are all very well. Hope you are looking forward to seeing some cricket here. Nonetheless, I will quickly get my... that is my phone. Right, I was wondering what that noise was. Okay, I am quickly going to get my screen sharing sorted out so that you guys will be able to see the scoreboard. I'm hoping that will be working now. There we go. That is the live scoring that we have got. We have got Go the Heat from Ivan. We have got James, who is back in the chat as well. Henry said, did you watch my YouTube video? I checked out your channel, Henry, but I didn't get a chance to watch the whole video. And we have got Liam Hoffman as well in the chat, has said, yo, welcome everyone to this live stream. I will quickly go to here so that I can also see the game. I'm trying to work out how I can do this without anything going wrong pretty much. You may have to bear with me for just a little bit of time while I work this all out. This is my first time streaming it so that it's on my laptop as well. Who do you think will win? Says Jackson. I think, to be honest, whoever's going to win will have their top order, I think, score a lot of their runs because of the fact that both of these teams, they have good bowling attacks, but they also have very good batting attacks when they are in form. So I feel like we're gonna wait and see. But I think Brisbane Heat, because of the fact that they are at the GABBA, they will have a decent home advantage there. Okay, sorry if it was 30 minutes. I saw that it was, so I didn't quite get the chance, unfortunately. And we have got, I had an ad when it just started, said James. I believe that would be because of the fact that the channel's monetized. I think there will be ads at the very start. Right, I'm trying to work out how to get this so that I can actually see the game, because I would like to have it here, but then I've also got the chat here. So I'm wondering what I can do about that. Maybe I will read the chat through my phone, perhaps. That might be the way to go. Once again, I will say, bear with me. Henry Samuel has said, we are first in our division with 2 wins, 0 draws, 0 losses as well, which is very impressive. Right, I am going to click on that. I am going to go to this, and I am going to go like that. Right, I am going to be reading the chat through my phone and then also watching it in front of me there. So hopefully you guys can still see me all right while I am doing this. At the moment, the Strikers, 3 overs gone, are 21 for none in this BBL Eliminator final. And we have got Arlo Ryan in the chat as well. Had said hello. Hello, mate. Thank you for tuning in. Here we are witnessing at the moment Weatherald at the non-strikers end. Ended up almost getting run out twice in one of the other matches against the Thunder they are showing. Yeah, hopefully it is all running smoothly as well. At the moment, Alex Carey sitting 3 runs off 8 balls. But he can certainly, if he can get to his 100 like he did the other day, I feel like, yeah, the Strikers would have a very good chance of winning. Arlo Ryan has, but who do you think will win? I feel like, see, Brisbane Heat. Yeah, Brisbane, I'm just watching that run out again. Weatherall just got almost run out twice, and I'm pretty sure in the end he was actually out for one of those ones. But I think Brisbane Heat, they have home field advantage, but if Alex Carey can get more than 50, I think the Strikers will have a very good chance. I want the Heat to win, says Jackson. Yeah, I feel like that would be an interesting matchup because it will be whoever wins this match goes up against the Thunder. So I feel like the Heat versus the Thunder could be a very exciting match. And we have witnessed the Strikers versus Thunder twice in the last kind of week. So I feel like people are wanting to see that different type of matchup. Oh, that one's hit Weatherall there, and they are just going to get the single. And Henry has put, if you want me to do a rugby challenge for Blues career mode, and also how did you do your All Blacks career mode, says Henry. In terms of what, Henry? Because in terms of doing my All Blacks career mode, I just set it as the international manager mode rather than the Super Rugby or club level type. What's the next one up from club? I feel like it's not international level, but it's not club level either. It's the one in between. Stickity is bowling at the moment. Oh, that's a great ball. And Alex Kiwi almost got a little bit of bat on that one, but it did go through to the keeper. Adelaide Strikers won the bat flip and have decided to bat here. And we've seen that scoreboard pressure. That did a little bit off the surface there, possibly from the seam. That came right back in, which will be dangerous for any batsman at the crease, that is for sure. And they were saying about how Stickity has been selected for the touring team to South Africa. Oh, that one's in the air, and Alex Kiwi is just fallen short of the man at, I believe he was at mid-off. Ben Lachlan not looking too happy about that one, but it was very close to the wicket of Alex Kiwi. And we have also got, I might be able to, I have missed one. James Golden said, do you know that Rieko Ioane has a YouTube channel? I do, because of the fact that after he had that situation with the drop ball, when he was putting the ball down with one hand instead of two, all of his comments were just about that moment. Well, that one's almost in the air as well, but it is an outside edge, gone down to third man, and it is just a single. And then we have got Henry Samuel. I might be able to get to watch the Hurricanes versus Chiefs on the 20th of March. Is that game? That will be at Sky Stadium, won't it, Henry? Or is it at a different location? But yeah, we are only less than a month away from the BBL, or not the BBL, sorry, the Super Rugby Aotearoa from starting, which is pretty exciting. And we have also got, I know that Rieko Ioane had a YouTube channel, says Arlo, and Henry put, should I do the Chelsea career mode first, or should I do the start of the Blues career mode? I mean, if you've started the Chelsea one, Henry, maybe stick with that. And then once you finish that, then you can look at what else you can go, like what kind of route you can go down. I feel like this might not quite be ideal. Have I got a tripod? No. I was going to say I could put my phone up a little bit higher so that you guys don't have me constantly looking down. Yeah, at the moment, it is looking like a decent wicket overall. Weatherald hit a 6 during that power play. Of course, the power play is only 4 overs now. And throughout that 4 overs, they got 24 runs, which I feel like isn't as many as they would have liked. But then, to be fair, that could be just the GABBA wicket. Perhaps it is a bowler's track rather than a batting track. But Alex Kiwi at the moment sitting on 4 runs off 11 balls. And we have got James Gordon. I'm starting school in 3 more days. Yeah, I know a lot of people are going back to school next week. So that is possibly why I'm going to look at doing... I'm possibly going to look at doing live streams a lot later in the day, because I had been doing them at kind of around that 1 o'clock or so. So I might go to later in the afternoon for those ones. It could be a birthday present from my parents, says Henry. So that would be pretty cool if you were able to go to that game. Alex Kiwi at the moment sitting on 4 from 11. I don't think he'll be too happy with that. But, I mean, Alex Kiwi, once he starts timing the ball, he can just get so many runs in a hurry. Oh, that's a good shot from Weatherald, pulled around. But it is going to, I believe he was deep backward square, and it is just a single. So the pressure possibly starting to build on the Adelaide Strikers in this one so early. Henry Samuel has, but why is the live stream so late? That is the time that the game is on. Yeah, the game has only just started. It is played at the GABBA in Brisbane. So they are a couple hours behind us, which is why this one's probably going to be going till like 1 a.m. That was a short ball. Once again, Alex Kiwi has hit it down to that same fielder, Bartlett. And it is just once again going to be a single. So other than that 6, I'm not sure how many other boundaries they have managed to get here, Weatherald and Alex Kiwi. I wasn't actually able to watch the game for the first couple overs because of the fact that I was setting up this live stream. I was a little bit late getting it going. But nonetheless, we are good to go now. No run there for Weatherald once again. And he is going at 18 off 15 at the moment. So he is certainly getting more of the runs for the Adelaide Strikers. But I feel like on this GABBA wicket, maybe you're looking at, I'd say they'll be wanting at least 150, surely. Probably 160, 170 might be a good enough total to chase down. Hopefully you guys can hear me all right as well. I've got the microphone out to the side a little bit more so I can still see the game. That is turned off the hip by Weatherald, and it is just going to be a single. Well done from Heaslett there to fire it back into the stumps. At the moment, Ben Lachlan sitting on 6 runs for no wickets after 1.4 overs. Alex Carey, I feel like if he doesn't get a boundary by probably 20 balls, he will well and truly have gone out by then. But yeah, do let me know who you guys think will win this match and how much they'll win this match by in that regard. Alex Carey has got a single once again there. At the moment, Lachlan bowling very well. I don't actually quite know the complete lineups for these sides, but I know that Marnus Labuschagne is playing. And then also, by the looks of it, they have got Joe Denley. So the question is Joe Burns playing? I assume Chris Lynn is out there, although I'm not actually seeing him for now. So hopefully he is there. When will the next Cricket Career Mode episode or the next Dream Match Rugby for Rugby Challenge 4 live streams be from Henry? I think it will be early next week, unless possibly if we have time on Sunday. But then if we are doing both of these eliminator matches and the qualifier for the Big Bash, then they will be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night live streams. So then that may be why we won't have a live stream during the day kind of thing. Yeah, this is going to be an exciting match tomorrow. It is going to be the Perth Scorchers versus the Sydney Sixers. That is tomorrow. And then the knockout stage is going to be Sydney Thunder versus whoever wins this match between Brisbane and Adelaide. And then next Thursday will be the challenger, and then the next Saturday will be the final. So we have got plenty of Big Bash action coming at the moment. And then, like they are saying, we have got the White Ball Series happening in New Zealand as well, which is pretty exciting. Is the grand final next game after this one? No, we have got... It's a weird kind of final system. They have got pretty much this is the Eliminator, which means whoever loses this is completely out. Whoever wins this one versus the Sydney Thunder, who are sitting in third, and that game is on Sunday. And then the game tomorrow is between the top 2 teams, and whoever wins that gets the bye going into the final, which is next Saturday. So it's a weird kind of system, but pretty much whoever wins this game moves on to play on Sunday and then also on next Thursday if they can win that game against the Sydney Thunder. It's so sad what happened in Christchurch, says Henry. I'm not too sure what happened in Christchurch, Henry. Yeah, I feel like I haven't really kept up with the news and everything. But Swepson is bowling at the moment, and that is a dot ball fielded by Joe Denley at short cover, I believe he is. Alex Carey sitting on 6 runs off 14 balls. He might chase this one soon. Swepson has bowled it nicely, and that's another dot ball. Alex Carey looking at his bat. He's not happy at all at the moment. Probably feeling the pressure, but he is a very good player, Alex Carey. So I feel like he can find the boundary soon, or he will possibly lose his wicket. We have got Nathan Sim in the chat as well, has said hi. Hello, Nathan. Welcome to the live stream. Who do you think will win this match between the Heat? Oh, Alex Carey losing all of his shape there. Having a massive swing at it. It was wide outside off stump. Well bowled by Swepson here. Really got the pressure on. But yeah, let me know who you think will win this match between the Brisbane Heat and the Adelaide Strikers. As you can see there, Alex Carey sitting on 6 runs off 16 balls. So it is going to be pretty interesting to see what happens here. Swepson is changing his field as well. They are almost giving Alex Carey a single on the leg side at this point, seeing if he is willing to take it or whether he is going to chase it and go for the boundary. James Gordon put, I got a haircut yesterday. What did you do with the hair, James? Do let me know. He has done the reverse sweep, and it has just got on the 1 run there, Alex Carey. So at the moment, Swepson only going for 2 runs off his first 5 balls of his spell. I wish shout you out. I wish shout you out when I am doing a Rugby Challenge 4, says Henry. Vid, thank you very much, Henry. I do appreciate that. Oh, catch that one. Oh, it's almost through the hands. And that one looks like it might find the boundary. No, very well fielded by Heaslett there. And we are looking at possibly 3 runs there to finish Swepson's over. 5 runs off it. Very decent. No boundary scored for 28 balls at the moment. And the fact that we've only had 36 balls so far, it's going to be very interesting to see what will happen here for the strikers. I'm just looking at that one. No, it was outside of the reach of Joe Burns there. Fade with a line, says James Gordon. That's the thing. I feel like I probably need a haircut at some stage because I have just got the mop on my head at the moment. But yeah, I'll have to look at what I can do with it because it's at the stage now how it's taken probably a year and a bit to grow to this long. So I'm like, well, if I chop it off now, will I regret it in like a month's time when I'm like, oh, I could have kept it long. So I'm just at the moment letting it grow, which probably doesn't look the best. But luckily in this live stream, I am only in a small screen for you guys and the scoreboard is in the big screen. And unfortunately, I don't think I can really change that too much because I have tried in the past, but it just ends up not letting me be any bigger. It is going to be Gregory now, who is going to be bowling. Lewis Gregory, he's had 12 matches, 7 wickets, and his best is 3 for 22. That could be pretty useful in this situation, that is for sure, for the Adelaide Strikers. Or for the Brisbane Heat, should I say. That was a full toss to start with, and because of it, that was well fielded, though, by Ben Lachlan, who's thrown his body round in the field, and that is what you love to see when it is a playoff game. And we have got Ryan in the chat. Welcome to the chat, mate. It is Brisbane Heat versus Adelaide Strikers here. Adelaide Strikers won the bat flip and are going to be batting first. And at the moment, it's been 29 balls since they got a boundary. Do you think the AU Super Rugby teams will verse the New Zealand Super Rugby teams this year or not? Well, they have got the Trans-Tasman Super Rugby planned out for, I believe it's in May. So it would be pretty cool if we do get to see that. It is just about the restrictions, that kind of side of it, whether or not it will be allowed to take place. But hopefully it does, because we would get to see some pretty decent matches, that is for sure. I feel like it's one of those ones that everyone wants to know, like which teams are better. So I feel like a Trans-Tasman one is the way to go as well. At the moment, Gregory, 2 singles off his over so far. Down the leg side, unfortunately for him, which means it will be a wide. The last 20 balls have gone for 16 runs, 0 wickets. So one benefit is the Adelaide Strikers haven't been losing any wickets, but they haven't really been scoring any runs or boundaries either. They're just showing BBL 7. And it is a very good bit of fielding from Ben Lachlan they are showing there. I believe it was. And that is another single there. So they haven't been able to find the boundary. The Adelaide Strikers, Alex Carey, he's sitting on 8 off 18. I feel like soon he may just have a swing, although he doesn't seem like the kind of player who would kind of let the statistics get to him. So it will be interesting to see what he does from here. We have already had 6.3 overs. It has flown by so far in this match. We have got, in the future, I want to stream and make vids, says James Gordon. I feel like, yeah, it's one of those things that if you enjoy doing it, it's kind of like a lot easier. That is the first time I've seen Chris Lynn today so far. So he is playing, which is good to see. But yeah, if you do enjoy doing it, like I feel like it is a lot easier. And you kind of get used to the rhythm of it. Because, I mean, we've been uploading pretty much daily for the past 6 months. And it's just become kind of like a routine for me to, get up, record, edit, upload, pretty much rinse and repeat. Alex Carey just can't find the middle of the bat at the moment. It is a single to the leg side. They are saying that they might sub Alex Carey at this stage. We have also got Henry Samuel said, what do you think the score will be at Sky Stadium, Hurricanes versus Chiefs? Well, that is a huge question. I'm trying to think. I feel like the Chiefs, everyone's kind of probably looking at their last season. That's a decent shot from Weatherall, though, but it is just going to be a single. This is very well done from the Brisbane Heat and Chris Lynn with his field. None for 40 off 7, probably the lowest the Adelaide Strikers have been so far. Oh, they are showing from the other night. I will get back to your question, Henry, but tell you what, Hilton Cartwright in the match against the Sydney Sixers, it was almost a good enough innings to get the Melbourne Stars over the line, but the Sydney Six is too strong. But he hit 3 sixes in a row, and they were sent or 3 in the last over, I believe it was. And he was absolutely loving it, Hilton Cartwright. But yeah, I feel like everyone's probably thinking the Chiefs won't do too well, but I think they will be able to. I feel like they'll be a lot closer than they were last year because they had a couple results that just didn't quite go their way, like losing by a couple points became a regular thing for them throughout those middle stages. So I feel like they will have a decent showing. Yo, Henry, I just subbed to your channel, says James Gordon, and Henry said, I will make a video tomorrow early in the morning at 6:30. That is a very early start. That is for sure. Swepson bowling again. It is going to be Weatherald hitting it down the ground too long off for just the single. And I'd love to see what they say now. I believe it was 28 balls since the last boundary, and that was probably around 20 balls ago. Or maybe not quite. Probably about 30-something balls since we had a boundary. Oh, that's gone, though, from Alex Carey. And he has put the head down. Tell you what, it didn't go for 6, though. It was in a gap. And it was very lucky, Alex Carey, but he did find the gap in the field, and that is the first boundary in 30-something balls. I did jinx it by saying about it. And thanks, Gordon says, Henry Samuel, I got my first win today in the video against Leicester City in my Chelsea Career Mode episode 2, says Henry Samuel as well. And this was very close to going for 6. Alex Carey, his eyes lit up there, and he was able to find the gap. Or did it just go over? It might have just managed to go for 6. We'll have to wait and see. I thought it was just short at first glance, but yes, it was. It went for 4, but Alex Carey now getting a boundary. And tell you what, he's gone again, but it isn't gone, and he is out. Alex Carey has gone away from the crease, or he's gone out. I feel like I described that in a very weird way, but Alex Carey trying to go to the same shot once again. Well, it's taken by Bartlett, and Carey goes for 13 off 22. He just couldn't quite find the boundary. Swepson tossed it up in exactly the same spot as the last one, and Alex Carey tried to get that one and wasn't quite able to. So that is a big wicket for the Brisbane Heat. They have been bowling incredibly well so far. All of the pressure has been on the strikers, and it will be interesting to see how they are going to improve from the situation. Peter Siddle giving him a quick wee clap. And they are talking to Marnus Labuschagne as well. And we have got, I'm sorry. I call you Nick normally. I've actually forgotten what you said your name was, but you have said, hey, please do let me know. And we have got Golf First 123. Hi, Kiwi lads. Love your vids. Can I get a shout out? Shout out to you, Golf First. Thank you very much for tuning in, mate. At the moment, the Adelaide strikers under all sorts of pressure. It is Travis Head who's made his way to the crease. And it is going to be Swepson who is bowling to him. If so, one of my career mode has 11 views, says Henry, which is pretty impressive. Kyle, that's the one. See, I thought Kyle originally, or I think it was either Carl or Kyle, and I couldn't quite work it out, so I didn't want to call you the wrong one. But I'm going to try and remember that Kyle. It is Kyle. I'm just looking straight at Travis Head as well. He is not Kyle. He is Travis Head, and he is hoping to get his team back on track for a big total here at the GABBA. It will be very interesting to see what happens from here. Is he going to come out and try and hit the ball hard straight away? Oh, to tell you what, it was a drag down ball down the leg side. It was a wide. There was a little bit of an appeal from James Pearson there. Jimmy Pearson, thought that he had hit that. No, not quite. Travis Head has turned that fine. It might be 4 runs from here. No, it is just 1. Or no, now he's sitting on it. And that doesn't look good. Oh, no. Steketee, the man who I was just talking about, the fact that he has been selected for that South African tour. And now he doesn't look too comfortable, should I say. It would be such a shame if he wasn't able to go because of that. But I think he has just hit a little bit of a sandy patch. Hopefully he will be all right. That is another dot ball. And tell you what, it would be interesting to see how many dot balls we've had so far in this innings. Yeah, you're just digging a little bit there. And we have also got Golf Verse. What's your favourite video game right now? I feel like, for me, it's either Rugby Challenge 4 because the channel has so many videos on it, or maybe Cricket 19 is another one. I quite enjoy playing it. Definitely kind of like the career mode and also the Big Bash games. Oh, that was a big swing from Travis Head. Pearson is interested, and they are having a shout here. Has Travis Head possibly been stumped here? Possibly. I said possibly too many times there. Where has Johnny Blaze went? He actually, a package from him arrived in the mail today, and he is up in the north stages of the island because he is doing some building for his dad. So that is where he has been. So he hasn't really got internet there. But he did send me a package in the mail. Oh, tell you what, this could be out. Oh, no, he's just got the toe back, Travis Head. I thought for a second the Adelaide Strikers had lost another big wicket there. His toe naturally slips back, and he has done very well to not get stumped there. Golf First has put, when are you going to upload Rugby Challenge 4 vids again? We have got a video coming out, or we had a video come out a few hours before this, but we are also going to have a video coming out. I would say it will be tomorrow. It will be the Highlanders career mode, which now that I think about it, I haven't filmed yet. So I probably will have to film that after this live stream. And we have also got, I don't know how many videos it will be to finish the Chelsea career mode from Henry Samuel. And we have got also Cruisy Boy in the chat. Welcome to the live stream, mate. He has said hello. Thank you very much for tuning in. And we have also got Henry Samuel, my most viewed videos, 34 views, and it was 2 months ago in lockdown, says Henry. Yeah, as long as you are enjoying making them, I feel like people look at views a little bit too much nowadays. I feel like if you enjoy making a video, like, and it only gets a couple views, if you enjoyed it, then I feel like it's still worth it, kind of thing. Like, we used to make videos on this channel probably about 3 years ago, and we probably, yeah, we didn't really get many views on them because we just enjoyed making them for ourselves. And then 6 months ago, we went into like full on busy doing all of that stuff, and then since then haven't really had a day off, but I have been loving every second of it as well. And yeah, can I be a moderator, said Cruisy Boy 123. I'm not sure whether we are going to have moderators yet on this channel. I feel like we're not quite at the size, but once we are going to, if we do look at that, I will certainly be looking at you guys who have been active on the channel for a long time, and kind of like the ones that I can trust in that situation, because it is a lot of responsibility, I have a feeling, and I don't actually know in terms of how it works. So I would have to do a little bit of research for that as well. And then we have also got, who are you going for in this Big Bash match? See, I feel like that's a hard question because I enjoy watching the games too much. It would be kind of, I feel like the Brisbane Heat versus Sydney Thunder would be an interesting matchup because it's kind of too, yeah, and we have seen Adelaide Strikers versus Sydney Thunder the past week twice. So I feel like maybe Brisbane Heat would be a good one to see. And they did qualify a little bit higher. That's a sweep from Travis Head. It has gone to the leg side just for the one. It is Labuschagne bowling now. He has probably done a bit of bowling to Travis Head in the nets, I would think, over the test. Oh, a little bit of an interesting delivery there. But it was a good hit from Travis Head. We have also got, have you always been a kids channel? No, not at all. When we used to do the videos just for ourselves, we didn't worry about censoring them. So that may have been why they didn't get many views, because they were, yeah, there were a few words thrown out. I mean, we've seen in the videos that me and George do that he just drops swear words like they're going out of fashion, which is why I had to start censoring, kind of thing. I feel like it was a good decision in the end. Oh, that was almost a catch for short mid-wicket there. Just short of him. Travis Head would have been on his bike there. Didn't quite carry to the man. It was Gregory. Let's have a wee look here. He tried to hit it. Travis Head just short, bouncing into him. And we have got, were you born in 1999? I was indeed. Labuschagne's getting very excited even though it hit Travis Head's glove. And he is talking a little bit of rubbish on the mic as well. Is this finals? It is the, they call it the Eliminator final, which is pretty much Team 4 versus Team 5 in the qualifying, playing each other to find out who plays Team 3 on Sunday is when that match is going to be. And that will be up against the Sydney Thunder, which should be a good match. We have got, does Labuschagne play for Australia? He does indeed. I believe he will be heading off to South Africa very soon. Lewis Shane was saying he thought it got him on the pad. His pad was about that far away from it. I don't even know if you guys can see how far I was stretching there, but it was an interesting one. Are you going to live stream it, says Crazy Boy? I am planning on doing all of these games. Hopefully my internet will be able to... Oh, another dot ball. But, yeah, hopefully the internet will be all right, and hopefully also we will have enough time to be able to do it. And we have Gold first. Who has been your best player you have watched in your Big Bash this year? That's a good question. Who's been consistent? That's the thing. There have been so many players who have had one good performance, or not one, but like a few good performances, but then also have a few that aren't that great. Oh, I have to try and decide. I quite enjoy watching a few of the spinners bowl. But who is my favourite? You really put me on the spot there. I mean, the Sydney Sixers in general are quite a good team to watch. Josh Philippi, I will actually go with for that one, because other than a couple low, scores, he has been pretty consistently just hitting the ball. Tell you what, the GABBA pitch at the moment is doing all sorts off the surface. It's not really what you want to see this early in the match. Ooh. Swepson is doing very nicely. I will read all your chat. What else have we got? You streaming tomorrow? I'm hoping to do the match tomorrow night as well, which is between the Perth Scorchers and the Sydney Sixers. But yeah, that is also Wi-Fi reliant, possibly. Swepson getting a bit of movement there as well. A bit of spin, well fielded by Joe Burns. And there haven't been very many boundaries at all for this Adelaide Strikers side so far. They are sitting on 52 runs with one ball left before we're at 10 overs. He took 3 wickets last match, I think, said Jackson. He took 3 matches. Who took 3 matches? I feel like I've said too many players, haven't I? So now I've gotten a little bit confused. But we have also got, it was raining in the morning in Wellington, says Henry. I think it was raining last night here maybe for a little bit, but then it's also been quite windy as well. We have also got, who is your all-time favourite cricket player? I think Kane Williamson's got to be up there purely because he just makes it look so effortless to be able to score a lot of runs, which of course it's not. When I try and get a bat and go down to the nets, I just decide to edge the ball or hit it on the toe all the time. But yeah, he's a very talented player. But then the likes of Ross Taylor has been around for so long and consistently scoring runs. All-time top run scorer, I believe Ross Taylor is, so he would be up there as well. How long are you streaming tonight? It will hopefully be for the whole match, but we will just have to wait and see in terms of, like I said, about the internet, and also, just reliant on time, really, because I haven't actually edited the Super Rugby Aotearoa video for tomorrow or filmed the Highlanders career mode, so I've got a couple that I am a little bit behind for, but hopefully we will get through this match. Might be a little bit of a late night, but hopefully I will get it all done and get the videos all out. But they are showing the highlights here. The first 10 overs, I think they've only got 2 or 3 boundaries throughout that first 10 overs, and they will certainly need a few more runs if they do want to win this match against the... There's an echo. One of the commentators has just said there's only been 3 or 4 boundaries throughout this first 10 overs. Weatherald is sitting on 31 off 27, but no one other than him has been able to find any runs. I will quickly read all of your chat as well. We have got, I find it stupid that the Waratahs use their home kit as their away kit in Rugby Challenge 4. I think it may just be because of the fact that they don't have the licensing for both, perhaps. We have also got Jackson, who said Lewis Shane as well. Oh, yes, for the 3 wickets. He was saying in the commentary about how he was wanting to go off the bowling after 3 for 15, but in the end went for a few more runs. Do you watch the Super Smash? NZ says Gold first. I try my best to, but unfortunately, I just normally don't actually find that much spare time. So what I've normally been doing for these Big Bash games, I think I've almost watched all of the matches, but I just have it on mute while I am editing. Is normally the way I do it. Stream you editing your vids, said Kyle as well. I mean, I quite like to, but I feel like you guys might get very bored because I don't really talk much because I am constantly doing the audio as well. So I feel like you guys may just, you might get bored with me just sitting here in silence going, and clicking through everything. But I mean, if it is something in the future that I am like trying to do a video as well as get a video out, perhaps I could combine the two. Never mind, it was 7 months ago for my most viewed video, says Henry. That was with the 34 views. But yeah, how many runs do you think the Strikers are going to end on, everyone in the chat at the moment? They are sitting on 53 for 1 after the 10 overs. They have taken their power surge, which means they have got 2 overs with only 2 men outside of the ring. Could be very interesting. How many runs does everyone think they are going to be able to push themselves up to? At the moment, their run rate is 5.30, which certainly isn't going to be enough, I wouldn't think, to be able to win this match. And we have got Ryan as well. I'm going to the Crusaders versus the Force on the 4th of June, which is my birthday. That will be very exciting for you, Ryan. Where is that game played, by the way? Is it in Christchurch or whereabouts is it going to be played? Tell you what, there was a run out there. Almost happening there. And Worrell has come out of the team and Jono Wells has come into the team, which is a very interesting choice. They are just mentioning about Worrell, how they have subbed him out, but he would have been quite a good bowler, I would have thought, for the Sydney Strikers. So they have got Jono Wells in. So perhaps they are going for those runs. And Morne Morkel has been taken, Bartlett's been taken out, and Morkel is in, and he is a unit. Morne Morkel, very large individual. They are running hard here. They might even get 2. They are turning around, and they are going to be able to get it. Are they? No, they're not. And unfortunately, Weatherald is out. He was trying to go around Morne Morkel as well, and it just didn't quite work out. And all of a sudden, there's another wicket for the Strikers. They are mentioning going around Morne Morkel, and he's a big man, like I was saying, so it is very hard to go around him. But in the end, it was a very good bit of fielding there from Marnus Labuschagne, and he is the kind of player that you want in your field because of the fact that he absolutely loves the game, and he will be given his 100% every single time. We have also got, I'll be back. I'm just going to watch a YouTube video, says James. No worries, mate. Strikers are going to get 146, says Golf First, for his prediction, and my biggest milestone for the subscribers is 20 or 30. Why don't you show the game? It is because of licensing. So pretty much if I was showing the game or playing the audio, YouTube just straight away take the video down. And that is exactly what I wouldn't want, because I feel like it is a lot of fun getting to watch the game or talk to you guys about the game while it's going on. So some of you may be watching the game as well as watching this, but then, yeah, for those who can't, I am hoping that you will still be able to kind of know what's going on, including that run out of Weatherald there. And that is a big hit for the Strikers. And Gordon, is it one of my vids? Says Henry Samuel. The Strikers are going to lose, says Jackson. And so we have got 146 is the guess. Who do you think is going to win the Big Bash this year? I think it's going to be very hard to bet against the Sydney Sixers. They have just looked like one of those teams that they won it last year, and they've been pretty consistent throughout. Yes, they've lost a couple of those games, but overall, they just seem to have that lineup that has the batters and the bowlers both doing their part in there. But then saying that, the Perth Scorchers, they've got Jai Richardson, who has been on an absolute tear with the ball in hand, and they have got the likes of Mitch Marsh. So maybe, I think it's going to be between those two. I think those two are going to make it to the final, and they are going to have a rematch of the match that we get to see tomorrow. But then maybe the Sydney Thunder make it through and put their names in the mix. Alex Hales, he has shown that he can score a lot of runs in a hurry. They got 200 and something, 228, I think it was, or somewhere around there. So there are a few teams that could win it. But then the Brisbane Heat, the performance that they're putting in now, maybe, just maybe, they can pull off the fairy tale and win the next about 3 or 4 games and make it through to the final, and then also maybe win it. Tell you what, that's close for Phil Salt. He has had to dive there. But the Strikers at the moment just trying to get that run rate over 6 at the moment, and it's just not happening for them. They have got the power surge going at the moment, and so far it has only gone for 5 runs off 4 balls. So they will need at least 3 boundaries, I would think, throughout these power surge overs if they do want to get back on track. And we have also got, sorry if the career mode is on FIFA 18. If I did FIFA 21, it would be that. Or if I did have FIFA 21, Henry said. And then Jackson said, I'm at my granddad's house. He won't let me watch the game, though. says Jackson. Oh, that's a big swing for the ball to go nowhere, and that's just going to be a single. Hit it into himself there, Travis Head. And it is now the fact that he is sitting on 6 of 13. And he is almost in the same situation that Alex Carey was in. And I feel like everyone would have been thinking that that wasn't going to be happening again. My favorite team is the Renegades. They went terrible this year. Yeah, unfortunately for them. Tell you what, they played a great game against the Hobart Hurricanes, though, in that last match. They got 150 with the bat, but they defended it extremely well. And I feel like it's one of those things, if they could have found that form just a little bit earlier, perhaps. Oh, Marnus was wanting it again for the 2. No, it is just the 1. So 7 and a wicket from that first over of the power surge for the Adelaide Strikers. And we have also got Liam in the chat, who everyone's elims the opponent, says Liam. Whoever wins elims the opponent. It is going to be whoever wins this match between the Heat and the Strikers play the Sydney Thunder on Sunday. And then whoever wins that match plays the team who don't win the match between the Sixers and the Scorchers tomorrow. And then, yeah, the finals that they have is very strangely set up, but it kind of makes sense when you see it on paper. And then whoever wins the match tomorrow between those two teams makes it straight through to the final. And then they will be playing whoever wins all of these other playoff games. I will go and sub to Gordon. I will be back, says Henry. Yeah, at the moment they are showing that the Adelaide Strikers just haven't quite been able to get going. And I'm wondering, is it their batting or is it the surface at the GABBA? Perhaps 120 could be a good score. That's a good shot down the ground from Phil Salt. It's a straight down the ground, and that is going to be the first boundary for a very long time. And it is Phil Salt. Of course, they have got the power surge, so only 2 fielders allowed outside of the ring. Hit straight back over his head there, Phil Salt. And I feel like he is the kind of batsman that if he can get going, he might be able to really get his team back on track for a score of about 140 perhaps at this stage should be their goal, because it is going to be tough for them to be able to get anything more than that, unless, of course, Phil Salt goes absolutely crazy here. He has turned it off his hip. They are looking at the 2, but are they going to get run out? Marnus Labuschagne is everywhere at the moment in the field, and they don't want to test his arm because they have already had the run out with Jake Weatherald. We have also got who's going to win. I support Heat, says Liam. I feel like the Heat are in a huge position in this match to be able to win it, because of the fact that at the moment they're sitting on 2 for 65 of 11.2, and that is not a lot of runs. That is for sure. Their run rate is still less than 6 and over, I believe it is. Oh, and Travis Head's tried to whack it. It is going to be a dot ball. No, they have got the single there. They have done well there. And at the moment, Travis Head is sitting on 7 off 14, which isn't ideal for the man. We have also got Hi Chutia, says Infinite Gaming. Welcome to the live stream, mate. Do you see India Premier League? I haven't actually had a chance to watch any of the games, if they have started, purely because of the fact that at the moment it has been all Big Bash and also just editing the Rugby Challenge 4 videos and whatnot. But I am hoping to be able to watch a few of those games before the end of the season, if they have started. But do let me know if they have, or if not, when it does start. And we have got, do you see the Renegades versus Stars game? Renegades come back. They needed about 68 runs from 30-something balls, and they won. I was so excited, says Golf First. See, that's the thing. They've had a couple of very good performances, the Renegades, but it's just been those performances at the start of the season really messed them up because of the fact that they were getting bowled out for not many runs. They are just saying that Travis Head is batting at the moment like Alex Carey, and he just hasn't quite been able to get the bat to hit the ball very far at the moment, sadly. And we have also got what happens to the loser, says Liam. In this match, whoever loses this match is out of the BBL. There's no second chances for these teams. Whoever wins this one, it could be the Heat at the moment with the way that they're playing, but whoever wins this gets to move on, and the loser, unfortunately, their BBL is over. That is a wide, unfortunately, for them. But Stickety at the moment is sitting on 20 runs off 2.5 overs for himself. Or I believe it will be 21 now, if I'm not wrong. Or maybe not. I'm not sure. We have also got, what's up, Hamish? How you doing, bro? Says Nathan Johnson. Oh, I'm doing well, mate. It's been a pretty hectic day, that is for sure. We have been plenty of editing, plenty of recording going on. I haven't actually recorded the Highlanders career mode episode for tomorrow either. So I feel like that is going to be on the cards after this match. So in a way, it would be good if the match doesn't go as late as 1 a.m. like it is scheduled to. That's a good ball from Stickety, and that is going to be another single. And because of it now, that is another over. And from the power surge, 16 runs, 1 wicket. They won't be too happy with that, the Strikers, but the Heat certainly will be. And I will, you should stream Super Smash, says Liam. I would love to, although the reason I haven't really been able to watch the games is purely because I haven't actually been able to find the time, which I wish I would be able to. I wish I could watch more live sport, but at the moment with the other videos we've got on the channel and also the podcast channel going on as well, unfortunately, I just haven't quite been able to find time for other sports. But I'm hoping I will be able to watch a lot more of them very soon. We have got, I'm back, says James. Welcome back, mate. Can you show the game, says Dante. Unfortunately, due to licensing, if I was to either show the game or like play the audio, straight away YouTube picks that up, and then I believe you get banned from streaming for 3 months, which would be very unfortunate for us. So that is why, unfortunately, I'm not able to. I can try and tell you guys what is going on as best as I can, and also with the scoreboard. But other than that, I am sorry about the fact that I can't show it. Do you agree Colin Munro has performed well with the bat this year? He has been playing very well for the Perth Scorchers. I feel like him, Liam Livingston, and also Jason Roy. Oh, he's now going for the Travis Head. Just hasn't quite been able to find the ball. Unfortunately, tried a little lap or a ramp shot there and still wasn't able to get anything on it. It's as if he's batting with one of those miniature bats, you know, the ones that are very thin and you just can't quite time it. That is what's happening at the moment. Predictivers is saying they will get 149. They might have to push to get to that at the moment, the Strikers. But yeah, Colin Munro, Liam Livingston, and Jason Roy, if they are on form, like that will be a very hard team to beat. And the Sydney Sixers may find that out tomorrow, depending on how it goes. And we have got this guy made a secret gaming room with a PC and 4 monitors and a PS5 plus Xbox Series X, says James Gordon. That is pretty impressive. That would be very hard to keep a secret as well. They are showing Worrell with the swing that he possesses, but they did take him out instead of Jono Wells. Or they put Jono Wells in, sorry. So it is an interesting choice. Worrell might not be too happy about that as well. But I guess they have got a plan perhaps. Oh, that one's gone high from Phil Salt. Is it in the gap? Oh, great fielding there on the boundary. Has flicked it back in. They might almost run 4, though. I think they got 3 in the end. It was good fielding. I thought for a second how high that went, that there might have been a chance for a catch. I will also read, if Brisbane want to put Adelaide on a crap score, they need to bowl offside because Strikers are really good on the leg side, says Liam, and get Spark Sport. I do actually have access to Spark Sport. That is how I've been watching a couple of the other Super Smash games when I have had the chance. But then I am watching this one on Sky Go as well on my computer. And we have got, remember on that live stream where you were eating lollies and Pringles at 1 a.m. That was funny, says Nathan Johnson. I do indeed. That was almost another run-out chance. And Travis Head, I feel like he wants a new bat at this stage because it's just not quite finding the one he's got. They are saying about how Travis Head just can't quite find the middle. And that is... they are showing Chris Lynn as well. But nonetheless, yeah. That was the Fiji versus Georgia Autumn Nations Cup game. I remember it well because I had actually done the Moana Pacifica versus Maori All Blacks match, and then I did the Argentina versus Australia match, and then I went on to do the Fiji versus Georgia match. So that was certainly a long night. I think I slept till probably like midday at least the next day. And I think I was actually back doing a live stream or a couple of videos on that day as well. So it was certainly a busy time. We have also got Ryan has said the Crusaders Force is in Christchurch. So yeah, that will be a pretty awesome match to go to. I don't know, maybe I will have to have a little trip up the road perhaps and see what I can do. Do you think Marnus is a funny guy on the cricket field? He is certainly passionate, Marnus Labuschagne. He loves to chat a little bit. I know in one of the test matches he was talking to Shupman Gill, and it was about, he was asking him who was his favourite player. It was either Sachin Tendulkar or Virat Kohli, I'm pretty sure, and he asked him it about 20 times. And he seems like one of those guys who would just talk for hours. Like, unless you like tell him to be quiet, he will just keep on talking. That is for sure. And then we have also got, they need to go for boundaries soon, says Jackson. I feel like they've been trying their best. Travis Head just can't time the ball to save himself at the moment. And I feel like at this stage, he is feeling like Alex Carey was. Alex Carey just couldn't quite find the middle of the bat at all. But the thing is, they only have Brisbane Heat 70% chance of winning. That's going to be a little bit more because of the fact that that is going to... Oh, he's dropped the ball. Mark Steketee has dropped the ball there. Phil Salt has got the lifeline. I was just about to say, how are they at 70%? Maybe that someone thinks that there might be a few demons in this wicket perhaps, but that is a huge let-off for the Adelaide Strikers. Interesting scenes. Mark Steketee, I don't think he was originally the man who was going to be going for it. It went very high for Phil Salt. Everyone was running and no one knew what to do, and then Steketee unfortunately dropped that one. But it's going to be very interesting to see how they go from here. That is a lifeline for Phil Salt. Will he use it to his advantage? Unfortunately, Steketee, it did go straight through his hands. It was just the single. It's going to be interesting, that is for sure. Are you excited for the Super Rugby season this year? I am hugely excited for it. I feel like I have been talking about it flat out throughout my Super Rugby Aotearoa Rugby Challenge competition as well, about the fact that the more I go through it, like as close as we get, as we move closer and closer, because we're only less than a month away as well. So I feel like as we get just that little bit closer as well, like I'm going to be extremely hyped for this one. Marnus Labuschagne is going to be bowling again. His first over went for 3 runs. And he is hoping to do the same here. Phil Salt, though, I feel like he quite enjoys a spinner because of a little bit less pace. He will have a swing here, perhaps. No, he has just tapped it to long on for just the one. And Travis Head, maybe this is the little reprieve that he needs. He hasn't been able to time the quicks to save himself here, Travis Head. 10 off 19 at the moment. Marnus, the last time they had a spinner, it was sweeps into Carey. And he did get one boundary, but then the next ball he did go out. So maybe that is going to be the case in this situation with Travis Head as well. He has hit it out through the gap for cover. And are they going to get 2 here? Yes, they are. They have done very well. Marnus not too happy about that one. They have managed to run 2 there. He did shout out other end. Of course, we can hear him from the mic'd up situation. So maybe he wasn't quite able to, the fielder, but now he is bowling again. Marnus to Travis Head. He's gone wide. He's hooked it across the line, and it is out. That is the wicket of Travis Head. It's a wicket that Marnus wanted as well. His buddy, he was calling in Heady, I believe was the nickname, but Travis Head, the exact same way in a way that Alex Carey went out. He was trying to hit it across the line, which never quite gets you the power, unfortunately. And that is the wicket. And it was Gregory who took that catch as well. So now the Strikers under a lot more pressure. And we have got, can you live stream New Zealand versus Australia cricket match? I am hoping to be able to do those games as well. But then that's the other side of it as well. I'm looking at, I always look at the schedule in terms of what games are on, and I try and find a way of getting through all of them, because Super Rugby Aotearoa is probably going to be the main goal of being able to live stream those games if I get the chance. But then any other games that are going on, I quite like just chatting along with you guys because of the fact that I was going to be watching kind of like these games anyway. So the fact that I can now talk with you guys who are in the chat, I'm not even sure, because of the fact that I couldn't get it set up so I could see the chat on my monitor as well as the game. Sorry, my finger's probably right in your face. But Yeah, because I wasn't quite able to get it set up so that I could have the chat up there as well. I've got it on my phone, so I have no idea how many likes or anything we are on. So if someone would like to let me know, please do. Imagine having a gaming room with RTX 390 and gaming PC, PS4, Xbox One, and 3 PS5 and 3 Xbox Series X. I feel like that would be a little bit overkill, perhaps. Like, I'm happy enough just having me Xbox One X. Like, it's not even a new series one, but, you know, it does the job, which I feel like I am happy about. But yeah, I will say, I haven't actually said it yet, but if you are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Oh, Marnus is shouting his head off. It was set outside the line, Marnus. That one wasn't quite there for it, unfortunately. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. But yeah, if you are new, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Way hit outside the line. It was 2 leg buys, though. It is Renshaw on strike at the moment, the new batsman to the crease. He is a left-hander. He has tried to hit that one, and he hasn't actually managed to get it that well either. Oh, that one almost hit the stumps. Renshaw almost on his way that early. But now there is 1 ball left of Marnus's over. He is bowling to Phil Salt, who is sitting on 15 off 10 at the moment. I think we're on 9 likes or 8 likes. I am happy enough with that. I wasn't really sure how much support you guys were going to show this live stream. I wasn't sure whether you guys would have been watching the game. They are going to be able to get 2 there. By the looks of it, it's almost a mix-up. That is another 2 there. And you can see how sad Marnus gets every time there is a 2 scored off his bowling. But then we have also got, it's on my birthday, says Ryan, for the match between Crusaders and the Force as well. And then Golfers has put, it was the most stacked Super Rugby team for the New Zealand teams, in your opinion. I feel like it's got to be the Crusaders because of the fact that their backline, like they've got that many players in that backline that they've got probably like 2 or 3 lineups out of just the backs, because of the fact that I saw an article about David Havili, how he wants to play fullback, but they've already got Will Jordan in the centres. They have like so much depth for those Crusaders. So their backline, I feel like, could be once again a very strong factor in Super Rugby Aotearoa. And then maybe yeah, it's going to be interesting. Who do you guys think will be in the final of Super Rugby Aotearoa 2021? Do let me know. Oh, sorry, I was just listening to Marnus there. And Jason has said hi in the chat as well. Welcome to the live stream, Jason. We are watching the Adelaide Strikers versus the Brisbane Heat at the moment. The average score batting first at the GABBA last 10 games is 148. I feel like it is going to be a challenge for the Strikers to get that high, but they will try their best, of course. That was well bowled by Morkel. It is a misfield, and because of it, they are going to be able to get 2, and that is not what you want, although that was almost a run out, which almost saved it. But Salt at the moment is sitting on 19 off 12, so he is doing decently for his side. Blues versus Hurricanes says Golf first for the final. So that would mean that the Crusaders aren't going to be there. And that's the thing. Depending on how well the teams play against the Crusaders in those early games could depend on who gets through to the final. Like Highlanders versus Crusaders at Forsyth Bar, I believe it is. No, it might be at Orange Theory Stadium. No, it's at Forsyth Bar, I believe. But that's going to be a very interesting match. If the Highlanders can pull off an upset and beat the Crusaders, and maybe the Crusaders might not be sitting top of that table after a few rounds. But Morkel now running in again. Oh, it was an awkward-looking delivery. I think it may have been a cutter of some sort. Of course, they are talking about Renshaw getting booed at this ground. He is at the Adelaide Strikers rather than the Brisbane Heat that he was at last season. But Renshaw at the moment sitting on 1 off 3. It's going to be very interesting. Phil Salt, I said, was going to be their key for whether or not he was going to be able to pick up a few boundaries. Renshaw has got the power to be able to hit boundaries as well. But Monet Morkel, he's probably quite a difficult man to get to the boundary, all 6'7" of the man. And at the moment, he is sitting on 17 runs off 2.3. But we've got to remember one of those overs were the power surge. He is steaming in now, though. And Renshaw hits it straight back down over his head, but he hasn't been able to... Oh, it's another misfield from Ben Lachlan. And that's going to be another run. And that's 2 misfields so far in this over for the Brisbane Heat. And at the moment, it looks like the Brisbane Heat, the percentage is slowly just keeps on dropping a little bit, which is interesting. But it is those misfields that are costing them a little bit in this situation. But at the moment, the current run rate has gone over the 6. I'm not too sure when they ticked that over, but it must have been pretty recently. And they will be hoping to keep on building that to try and get them closer to that 148. That is the average score. But of course, there'll be a few above that and also a few below that. So maybe this total will be one of those ones that is below it. Morkel now bowling the bouncer. Renshaw wasn't interested. And it wasn't called a wide by the looks of it. He is on strike, Renshaw, 3 of 5. So do let me know your updated score predictions for the strikers. Are they going to be able to get that 140? Yeah, that's a wide. It's the last ball of the 14th over or the 15th over. And that one he has pulled there, Renshaw. He's hit it well, and it is hitting the boundary as well for Renshaw. And that is once again, Renshaw has got a little remote in his hand. Oh, the GPS tracker. I was wondering what it was. It looked like he was going to do the beep beep, and that was his car. Has Johnny Blaze been on chat recently, says Jackson? He hasn't, but he has got a reason. He is actually doing some work at his father's house, and he hasn't got Wi-Fi there, I don't believe. So that is why. They are showing Marnus Labuschagne. His LBW shouts, which are rather interesting. But we have also got goal first. The table is going to be first is the Hurricanes, second is the Crusaders, third is the Blues, fourth is the Chiefs, and last is the Highlanders for goal first. And I mean, that's the thing. At this stage, I feel like, yes, there are a few teams that have a lot more good players, but it's New Zealand rugby, and most of them, you know, if a team has a good day, they can beat any other side. Like the Chiefs, they were very unlucky not to win any games last Super Rugby Aotearoa. Like they were within 1 point, I think for 3 games or something like that. Like the last minute drop goal of Bryn Gatlin against his father's Chiefs side. Like they were just losing in the very last minute. That is Phil Salt hitting it to the leg side once again out mid-wicket. They are going to run hard, but it is Labuschagne, and he has got a little bit of a bullet arm. It hit the stumps as well. Swepson at the moment is bowling his 4th. He has had a good economy so far, 5.05. He has gone 1 for 16 off 3.1. Mitch Swepson, though, he has been looking pretty sharp. He did get the wicket of Alex Carey early, who wasn't quite able to find the middle of the bat. Same with Travis here, who did go out to Labuschagne. So at the moment, it seems to be the pace bowlers are the ones who are setting up the wickets for the spinners. That's a great one. That's hit the umpire, unfortunately. I think it was. Renshaw hit it straight down the ground. Swepson looks like he is holding his hand a little bit. What happens here? It was an interesting one. Hit straight down the ground. Swepson gets the hand on it and kind of knocks it straight into the umpire. And because of it now, he looks like he's not too happy with his hand there, Swepson, but he is going to try and give this ball a bit of a rip, see if he can get this wicket of Renshaw here. He has hit it to the leg side. He is looking at trying to get 2. Are they going to be able to get it? It's on Steketty's arm. It's going to be a close one, but he has got back for the 2, Matty Renshaw. And now he is sitting on 9 off 8. And who is the better halfback, TJ or Aaron Smith, says goal first. See, that is a hard question. We've had so many debates on the channel in terms of the comments talking about who is better out of those 2 and also who's better out of Beauden Barrett and Richie Mo'unga at 10. Those 2 seem to be the hot topics, but I mean, they both have... Oh, Renshaw tried to hit that one, and it's gone straight to the man. And Renshaw is now out once again. And Swepson has got his 2nd of the night. Renshaw hitting it to deep square leg. And unfortunately for him, that is... just didn't quite get it out of the middle. And it has gone straight to Joe Burns. But yeah, I feel like... Aaron Smith's got quite a good kicking game, I feel. And then TJ Perenara seems to have... he's got quite a good running game, but then so does Aaron Smith. So it is a very hard one. But Aaron Smith's kicking game, I would say, is just that little bit above. But then TJ Perenara is still a very good player in his own regard. We have got Vishwesh Tawari. Hopefully I've said that right. Tawari, yeah, I think I did. Possibly. Which team you support? In this one, I feel like I was slightly going for the Brisbane Heat because of the fact that the next game, whoever wins this one, plays the Sydney Thunder. And the Adelaide Strikers have played the Sydney Thunder twice in the last week, I believe. So it would be quite good if we did get to see Brisbane Heat versus the Thunder. Kind of having that Chris Lynn versus Alex Hales, those big hitters. And we will get to see who would be able to get the win and then move on to play either the Sixers or the Scorchers. But it is John Wells or John O'Wells. It is interesting because they did put him in for the player replacement. I've forgotten what they call that. But, yeah, I can't quite remember what it's called. But they swapped out Daniel Worrell, which is an interesting situation. Oh, has he hit the umpire again? And unfortunately, Swepson could have had a hat-trick there. Or had a chance at a hat-trick, should I say. Was hit straight back down the ground. And that seems to be, that one. Tell you what, this umpire won't be enjoying himself one bit. The ball's almost in the umpire multiple times. And we have also got Ryan in the chat. It'll be a sweet present for me. 26-14 is my score prediction for the Crusaders in that match. And we have got, but Strikers were faved to win BBL. I feel like that was with Rashid Khan, though, is the big thing. Because Alex Carey, he has been playing very well and he has been captaining very well. But at the moment, it seems that without Rashid Khan, the side have lost a few more games. And at the moment, they finished 5th in the qualifying. But I feel like they are still a very good team. It's just, unfortunately for them at the moment, this GABBA wicket's just not quite doing them the justice that they would like it to off the bat. But saying that, they have got a lot of good bowlers as well, the Strikers. So maybe this total, they will be able to defend it. That was an absolute ripper from Swepson, the wrong-un. And it's going to be a boundary here. Steketee, he doesn't want the ball going to him at the moment. He has had the most midfields, I think, throughout this competition, or not this competition, throughout this match, should I say. So he probably didn't really want that one, but it is a 4 to finish Swepson's. 2 for 23 off his 4 overs. Very impressive stuff. Oh, that was close. John O'Wells gets a little bit of bat on that, and because of it, it does get him 4 runs. We have got, what time is the grand final on? I think it's either 9:15 p.m. New Zealand time or 10:15 New Zealand time. It might be a little bit later, the games next week, but these ones this week are all 9:15, but next week's they are all, I think next week they are all 10:15 perhaps. But I am hoping to be able to do all of them as well. Do you think Northland did good last year to make the Mitre 10 Cup, to make the final? See, I feel like they had quite a few good games, Northland. And I think one that I remember, it was Northland versus Auckland, I believe. And Auckland were down to 14 men throughout that match. And Northland almost won it until the very last minute when Auckland were able to get the try with, I believe it was Salisi Rayasi, which, I mean, he was very likely to score probably throughout that match because he was a try-scoring machine in the Mitre 10 Cup for Auckland, Salisi Rayasi. But I feel like, that game that I watched, I was like, if they keep playing like that, they have got a very good chance of going somewhere in this competition. And they did do all right overall, I feel. Sydney Sixers will win, I think. That is a very good prediction. Who do you think will be playing them in the final, Vishwesh? Do let me know. Hopefully I've said that right as well. Do let me know if I have said it wrong. 160 will be target. And they did say about the fact that the average on the GABBA is 148. And I feel like I said at the very start as well that they would need that 160, 170 if they do want a chance. But John O'Wells is going to have to go bang here because they will be looking at needing 57 off the last 3.5 overs. Renshaw. No one really, other than Phil Salt and Weatherald, have been able to get that run rate going above a runner ball. John O'Wells at the moment, he's very lucky because of the fact that he did get that boundary off the ripper of a wrong-in from Swepson. That got him 4, but that is another single. Has been very good bowling. Yeah, been very good bowling. I'm not sure what Salt's doing. I think he needs a new bat. He's not too happy with that one. Hit boundaries. Said now Strikers will hit boundaries. says Vishwesh. Yeah, I feel like they've got to. They've got to at least, I think at least 130 here is going to be possibly a total that they might be able to defend. Although it will be very tough. And they did get rid of Daniel Worrell as well. So Wells better get a decent amount of runs, I have a feeling, because of the fact that if he doesn't, it would be very unfortunate that they did sub him in and not have Worrell in their bowling attack. But maybe they were looking at it as if maybe they were going to lose 1 or 2 more wickets and they would really need him to get that decent total. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. Which BBL team has the most international players in their team? I believe they are only allowed 2 or 3 international players. So I don't think, I don't think anyone has any more than 3. But probably when I think about it, the top order. Oh, I got all excited there. That's going to be almost a run-out chance at both ends for that one. This was very well fielded here. Denley gets very close. Oi. I feel like, yeah, that was a close run-out opportunity. Get through for a single in the end there. So at the moment, Lachlan has gone for 4 singles so far this over. But yeah, I think when I think of the teams, the Perth Scorchers come to mind because of the fact that they've got Jason Roy, Liam Livingston, who are both English, and then Colin Munro, who is Australian. Oh, bit of bad language there from Phil Salt. He did miss that ball, and he was telling either the bat, the ball, or the pitch to something off. I'll let you guys fill in the blanks, but wasn't very happy. It came over the stump mic very clear. But yeah, interesting. They've just said about how someone didn't sound too happy. Oh, he was going to be a lot more unhappy if that one had bowled him there. It was a very good ball from Lachlan. Only 5 off that over. Not what the Adelaide Strikers are wanting at all. Their strike rate, or their run rate, is 6.29 at the moment. 3 overs left in their innings. We have got Sixers versus Thunder final, so that would be a Sydney derby, which would be pretty cool to see. Definitely if it is played in Sydney, although I'm not sure whether they are able to yet. I don't really know the restrictions of Australia that well. But it's one of those ones that maybe, they're showing all this, the Heat's chances here. And they have had a few, so maybe they could have had a couple more wickets if they were lucky in this match, the Heat. But at the moment, they are still sitting pretty comfortably. 73% chance of winning at the moment is the live win probability. So maybe they will be able to get this one for the Heat. Labuschagne, 1 wicket, 9 runs off his 2 overs at the moment. They are saying it's a bit of a risk bowling him, but maybe he will be able to get another wicket here. It is going to be Phil Salt who's charged down the wicket. Almost a caught and bowled, but it is dropped by Marnus, unfortunately for him. And there's another chance for the Brisbane Heat. They were just showing the chances that they have had, and it keeps being, hitting the bowling hand of these spinners, which is very unfortunate for them. But Marnus is looking like he wants to give this ball an almighty tweak, as they say, and try and get this one through. Oh, Jono Wells hits it out through cover, and it is just going to be a 1 though. And if they can have a couple more quiet overs, I think they will definitely have. Yeah, Marnus did put that one down, unfortunately. But it's going to be, it's going to be an interesting one because the wicket looks like it does actually. Oh, that one's in the air from Phil Salt. He is running in, and that's a wicket. And that is going to be Gregory taking another catch. They said it was a risk bowler, Marnus, but at the moment he was looking certain to get another wicket. And that is Phil Salt out. 26 off 21 now. It's going to be very hard for the Strikers to get anywhere near 140 now, I would think. I think they will struggle to get to 130 here. They've got to just send in someone to have a big knock. They need probably around 5 boundaries, I would think. If they can get 5 boundaries, that would put them up to 129 throughout these last few balls. But yeah, do let me know what you think the Adelaide Strikers total will be. They have got a total of, I believe it is 15 balls left of their innings. They've got to find the boundary with a few of these if they do want a chance. They had Marnus Labuschagne asking Joe Denley what type of delivery he'd like. Joe Denley looked like he had no clue what one to pick. But Marnus, what is he going to do here? He has got Jono Wells on strike. If he can get this wicket now, all of a sudden Winvis could be looking. Oh, he's tried to hit that out through the leg side. It is just going to be a single there. And it is another very good delivery for the Brisbane Heat. Now it is going to be Nessa on strike. He took an outstanding catch in the field the other day, Michael Nessa. I believe his first name's Michael, if I'm not wrong. But he took the one-handed diving catch. He is going to have to pull off something like that with the bat now if he does want to get his team a decent total throughout this match. Because I hope that they do get relatively close to that 140 here, the Adelaide Strikers. We want to have a game on our hands, but who knows, maybe with this wicket, 120 could be a decent total. That's a full toss. Michael Nessa's hit it hard. It's not making it to the boundary. And it's a take and a half from Ben Lachlan. And Marnus Labuschagne is going nuts. And that was Ben Lachlan's take. And that one was outstanding. That was a great catch. A full toss. Nessa had to go for it. And then Lachlan does a big dive. Takes it well, keeps the ball off the ground as well. I was talking about the one-handed catch that Nessa took, but I'm sorry, but that probably one-ups it because that was an incredible catch for Ben Lachlan. Marnus Labuschagne, he is absolutely loving it, and all of a sudden I am waiting to see what that does to the live win probability. It's gone up to 82% for the Heat, and they were saying it was a risk bowling Marnus, but I feel like by the looks of it, that was the best option. They are talking to Marnus, and he is absolutely loving it at the moment. And they are talking to Joe Burns. They are going with the same field by the looks of it. I have had a slight technical difficulty. I can't actually see the chat at the moment, but hopefully I will be able to get that up very soon for you guys. Unfortunately, I'm not sure what's happened. I think it is the internet, so hopefully I am still streaming as well. Oops, I have just clicked the mouse. Okay, it is saying that I don't have an internet connection. I haven't actually found... Okay, I have found my mouse now. We are good to go, maybe. I have got mail as well. That is exciting. Right, I am going to have a quick look at the chat. I am just going to listen to the game for a little bit. Right, what have we got? We have got... who do you support in the Mitre 10 Cup? And Colin Munro is New Zealander. Says golf first, he is indeed. And I feel like there are too many teams that I do support, unfortunately. And unfortunately, I see that I have missed quite a lot of chat. So that is quite unfortunate as well. So hopefully I will be able to read back through all of it. We have got about who do I support. I feel like I should support Canterbury, but I kind of support a little bit of everyone, to be fair. I just enjoy watching the games too much. Which BBL... we have had that one. We have got, I'm back. I was playing Rugby Nations 19. It's a mobile game, by the way. Says James, it is good to have you back. And after 17 over run rate will increase. Wickets have increased at the moment. And we have also got who do you support in the Mitre 10 Cup. Colin Munro is New Zealand. And we have got now boundaries coming on the way, says Vishwish as well. And then we have got Striker will win anyhow. 145, says Vishwish as well. Got to go. We'll watch the rest tomorrow, says Jackson. Thank you very much for tuning in, mate. I do appreciate it. Have a good rest of your night. Who is your favourite player from India? I feel like Jasprit Bumrah is very high up there because he's got such a unique action, but it works in his advantage so well. And he is a very talented bowler. Are you a fan of the NRL? I do try and watch as much rugby league as I can, but unfortunately with the season, what was I saying? I have been confused because I am trying to get the chat back on my phone. That is what I have been doing because I can't actually see the game at the moment because I seem to have lost internet on my phone, which was why I wasn't able to read your chat until just now. I do enjoy watching the NRL. It is just the fact that I didn't really have enough time to be able to watch it that much this season. And then South Africa versus Argentina 40-0, and South Africa won, says James Gordon. So that is a good result for South Africa. I am quickly going to hopefully get the chat back up. I am just listening to it. It's weird listening instead of watching. I feel like I'm now kind of experiencing what you guys experience. Which team do you support in IPL? I don't think I've watched enough of it in the past couple of years to be able to know the exact players at each team, to be fair. But I do quite enjoy watching the teams that do have a couple New Zealanders in them, just because it is good to see that they are kind of like getting scouted for those overseas competitions. It is good to see. It's going high. Oh, it's another wicket. Unfortunately, the Brisbane Heat, Swepson has taken that one. Oh, I've almost got to actually set up so that I can see both, which is ideal. I can actually watch the game now and read the chat while we are doing it, but it has gone high from Briggs, straight up in the air. And then it was taken by, he was close to the rope, but he did extremely well. Who do you think is going to win the Rugby World Cup next? Says Gold First. I feel like in 2023, there's going to be probably about five to seven teams in the running. I feel like South Africa are a good bet. England possibly have a chance. New Zealand, maybe France, with the rugby that they can play. Then you've also got, maybe Australia. They will be able to get a little bit better and have a decent chance. So I feel like, and then, you've got the underdogs such as Ireland or Wales who can play some very good rugby. So it's going to be close. That is for sure. I have a feeling. I head out. I got to go to bed soon, says James. No worries, mate. Thank you very much for tuning in as long as you did. It is currently 10:47 p.m. in New Zealand. So this is probably going to be a probably 12:30 finish to this match. So it will be rather late. Kane Williamson is my favourite, says Vish Wish. He is a very good player, Kane Williamson, that is for sure. And hopefully he will be able to have a decent series against Australia when they do travel over for a bit of white ball cricket. Morkel, it's been ramped. It's a smart shot there from Jono Wells, and it did go for 4, one bounce 4. Very close to a 6, and it is a much-needed boundary for them at the moment. What did they just say? 1 6 and 5 4s for the entire innings, or 6 4s for the entire innings, I believe they just said. Which, I mean, it is going to be hard for the Adelaide Strikers, but they are going to be trying their best here. Jono Wells, I feel, has to try and get maybe 3 more boundaries so that he has made a contribution, because of the fact that they did get rid of Daniel Worrell to be able to bring Jono Wells in as the super sub type arrangement. What website are you watching the game on? I am watching it on Sky Go, is the one that I have got. It is a little bit awkward because I'm trying to read the chat as well and also have my screen recording so that you guys can see the score while I am doing it. That is a little bit of an edge, but it did go into the ground by the looks of it, so that means that it is another dot ball. And I would be very curious to see how many dot balls have been in this match. But at the moment, last 35 balls, 42 runs and 5 wickets with a run rate of 7.2 for the Adelaide Strikers. So they sped it up a little bit, but unfortunately it has cost them quite a few wickets. And we have got, ever come to India? I have not. It would be quite cool to go in the future though. Definitely imagine going, I feel like if I was to, I would be going to one of those IPL games. I feel like that would be on the wish list. Would be pretty cool. And, is that going to be another wicket? No, it is falling short. And are they going to take on the 2? No, it's just going to be a single. It is another good over for Morne Morkel. 4 overs, 1 for 31 for his figures. Who's your favourite Six Nations team, says Gold First? I mean, I feel like England's the smart choice because they did win it. Or did they win the last one? They won the Autumn Nations Cup. But then for Six Nations, maybe England, France are decent to watch as well. Ireland and Wales, they have their games. And then who does that leave me? Scotland and Italy, which I feel like I haven't really watched too much of their rugby. But yeah, England, they are a tough side. And it will be interesting to see who wins the Six Nations this year, which is starting, I believe, next weekend, if I'm not wrong, or maybe a little bit later, 2 weekends' time. So that is exciting. Come to incredible India. I will guide you here, says Vishwesh. That would be pretty awesome. And I feel like, yeah, one of those IPL games, I feel like the crowd would go absolutely nuts during them because, like, I haven't been to a Big Bash game, but I've been to AFL in Australia, and it is just the atmosphere of a live stadium compared to watching it through the TV. Like, yes, you can get a little bit of a sense of it, but it's nothing like going to the actual ground. Like, we went to the Boxing Day Test match last year, or the year before, sorry, it would be, Australia versus New Zealand, and day one of that with 80-something thousand fans in an MCG. Like, you just can't beat it, really. Like, it was pretty amazing. But Wes Agar is on strike. He has been having a good season so far for the Adelaide Strikers. They're on 120 at the moment, and he has hit the ball hard. He has hit it long, but it is going to be a 4. It is just the 4 there. 2021 IPL is in April. Oh, so it hasn't actually started yet, so I might actually get a chance to watch a few of those games as well. Wes Agar has managed to hit it to the boundary, and I said that they needed a few more. I think they still need 2 more. Wes Agar swings very hard. 4 boundaries for him in 19 innings, apparently. And that one was an interesting shot from Wes Agar, but it has got. Oh, they are going to show Ben Laughlin's catch once again. And like they are saying, if you haven't seen this catch, be sure to check it out on the highlights because it was an absolute screamer. Nessa out for a golden duck, but Ben Laughlin, he just flies like a gazelle and gets that one. Oh, it's a ramp from Jono Wells, and it is going to be a 4. Ben Laughlin going for a few runs here. So far, 10 off the first 4 balls, and this could get them back up to the 140 perhaps if Jono Wells, or he'd have to hit 2 6s though for 140, so maybe they will be able to get 135. But they are saying they are handy boundaries, and they are indeed. Could mean that the Brisbane Heat have to bat for a few more overs, and perhaps a little bit more scoreboard pressure could get to them a little bit. Oh, Jono Wells has missed that one though, and they aren't running. So all of a sudden, that means if he hits a 6, they are getting 135. If he gets a single, that is the 130. If he can hit it to the boundary, they will be sitting at around 133. I feel like that is the total that they will be aiming for. Jono Wells, he has to find the boundary here if he does want to help his team out. I am just looking around because what I normally do, oh, Jono Wells, he went for the ramp. They are going to run a bye, and they're going to need 131 to win this match, the Brisbane Heat. 11 off the final over. Jono Wells not too happy, but he did get 21 off 14, which was very helpful for the Strikers. What is your favourite thing about cricket, says Golf First? I feel like it's just like the thought that goes on behind it. You know, like I watch quite a bit of test match cricket, and I just love the fact that it's always like they're always thinking about what they've got to do next to be able to kind of get those wickets. And it's quite a, like, I feel like some people look at it as you're just kind of swinging a bat at a ball, but there are tactics that go on behind it, which I feel like is quite entertaining. But it is going to be Sydney Sixers versus the Perth Scorchers in the match tomorrow, which is going to be very interesting. But at the moment, the Adelaide Strikers got 130 for 7 in their overs. And something that I might do, something that I've done in the past as well, which is quite fun to do, I might actually see if I can make it just on me for a moment. I am back. Hello, everyone. And I will quickly grab something. How am I going to do this? Not too sure. I had an idea, but now I'm not too sure if it's actually going to work, unfortunately. Yeah, no, not sure. Actually, I might, while I am there, I might put it on full screen. There we go. We have got that up for a moment. And that is just because I am going to be moving a few things around, trying to get it set up so that I can actually do what I was thinking of. Because I assume that we aren't going to have too long of an innings break, which is why if I am going to do this, it will have to be rather quick. I also just for now can't see the chat, so do bear with me just a little bit. You will probably hear Oiba smashing and whatnot as well, but that is just me moving things a little bit. I will put that there for now. Anyone who is just tuning in, at the moment, the Adelaide Strikers were able to get 130 off, or for 7 off their 20 overs. Unfortunately, now my screen wants to not work. Not ideal. Right. Let's see how this goes. I am going to be, hopefully, if I can get it going, I am going to set up my Xbox so that we can have the BBL going while it is the break. Yeah, I'm still here. I'm just missing at the moment. Hopefully, I will be back very soon for you guys to see. I'm not even sure what this sounds like because I've been moving all around the room. Right, I might be back. Let's see if this has worked out. Oops, I'm hitting things accidentally. We will go to this one, maybe. Yep, okay. I am back. Welcome, everyone. I was trying to do something, but I feel like in the process, it just hasn't quite worked out. But I will go to here, and we will see what you guys have been saying. Have you ever been to a cricket game in real life? I have a wee while ago. I haven't recently, but it is something that I would like to be able to do in the future as well. We are going to be going down to, where are we? See, I probably should have planned this out a little bit better, because what I was going to do is during this halftime kind of innings break, I was going to be trying to have Cricket 19 on my Xbox, playing the match on there, seeing how we go while we wait for the match to get back underway. So we'll wait and see if this will work. Right, I am hoping. I will go to this one. You guys are probably wondering what on earth I am up to. Pretty much, I am going to go like that, so that it is just on me, just for a moment. And then we are going to be going to this one, and we are going to be putting that there. And then we are going to be going to that. And then, hopefully, if I'm not wrong, then I can go like that, and all of a sudden we've got Cricket 19 on our screen. We are going to be playing a little bit of Cricket 19 while we are waiting for the second innings to get underway. Hopefully this will be able to work out, and hopefully it won't be lagging too much at the moment. Hopefully it will get a little bit smoother in a moment. Yeah, we are going to be going on to a match. Unfortunately, I haven't got these exact teams set up at the moment. I can't see anything. Oh, Heat versus Strikers. That's convenient. We have actually already played the match. Right, let's see if we have got enough space now. We are going to go to this. We are going to go Brisbane Heat versus the Adelaide Strikers. We are going to be the Brisbane Heat here and see if we are going to be able to get the win. We are going to be changing it a little bit, though. And we are going to be going to, I can't actually see, we are going to be going to a 10-10 match. And we are going to be at the GABBA. Where is the GABBA? I cannot see. There it is. Right, we are getting good to go now. We are getting pretty close to being able to do this. And then I have a feeling that by the time I get it sorted, it will actually be the game back, because they are showing it at the moment. Nonetheless, hopefully this is running smoothly, and we will be able to have a little bit of cricket in between time. They are showing at the moment the highlights of the match. And they are just showing the catches. And it was very well taken from Swepson, very close to the boundary there. But he was able to take the catch. That is exactly what they would have been needing. But at the moment, it means that the GABBA at the GABBA, should I say. 130 is going to be needed. We have got Nick in the chat saying W as well. I'm hoping that is either at the fact that I've somehow got this to work or the fact that actually something that I might do, I can go like that and hide the fact that it has that. Do you have a PS5? Is what Golf First has asked. And no, I do not. It is on my Xbox One S that I am doing this on. And hopefully it will be able to run smoothly. And something that's interesting is the fact that my phone has once again frozen the chat. So I will be reading it through the actual live streaming software rather than my phone, unfortunately. We are looking at these two. Tell you what, that is actually, I believe it's Matthew Short, who is, of course, not with the Adelaide Strikers, I don't think. Oh, they've won the toss. I really wanted them to bat first. Hopefully they do as well, because then we are going to be trying to chase it down. And because it is a 10-over game, yes, that is what we like. I'm going to simulate their batting. And I feel like they might be able to get somewhere near 130 perhaps. We will have to wait and see though. Right, we are going to be simulating. We will go down. Oh, that's not good for them. Right, we need 103 to be able to win this match while we are waiting for the match to get back underway, should I say, for this real-life match. But anyone tuning in now, the Adelaide Strikers were batting first. They were able to get a total of 130. I haven't played this game in a little while, definitely not with the setup that I've got at the moment. It is rather wonky, so hopefully it will be able to work out. But we are waiting for the next innings to begin. It will be the Brisbane Heat batting. I'm not sure whether that was a good shot. I can't tell if there's anyone out there. It's gone very high. And it has gone all the way. It's gone for a 6 as well. We need quite a few runs. And I'm hoping to be able to finish it before the second innings of this match starts. I have no idea where anyone is. Unfortunately, I've got so many obstacles at the moment. Oh, there is a fielder there. That is just going to be a single. Have you played Ashes cricket before? I have in the past, I believe. Was it on the old console? Or is it a new console one? I'm not too sure. I've played a few types of, that's going to be 4 runs. That is a good shot. But we are just waiting for the game to get back underway. So we are just doing a little bit of batting. And at the moment, it's actually easier to watch it on my monitor that the game isn't on. We need 92 off 56 at the moment. That is just going to be the single. And this is the Brisbane Heat that had Max Bryant, who is, of course, still there. But then we have got Tom Banton, who wasn't there. Is that going to be through a gap? Oh, yes, it is. And that means that it is going to be runs. And it is going to be 4 of them. But we are just waiting for the second innings of the match to get underway. Adelaide Strikers were able to get 130 runs for 7 wickets. Wasn't as many as they would have been wanting, that is for sure. At the moment, I feel like this difficulty might be a little bit too easy. I'm not sure what I had it set on. But at the moment, we look like we might be able to get this total, hopefully, before the next inning starts in the real-life match. They have got an interesting field set. That is for sure. Oh, that's a cheeky shot there from Tom Banton. We have got, are you a fan of, I believe that is shooting games, says Golf First. And I feel like I haven't really played too much. I've played a little bit of COD over the years, but nothing too like majorly like serious, because I feel like some people are very good at those type of games and I am not. Speaking of games I'm not good at, that is going to be out. And that is going to be a wicket, which is not what we were wanting in this situation. But do let me know what games you play, Golf First. Do let me know. That is Tom Banton out. We are going to bring Chris Lynn to the crease now. See if he is going to be able to get this win for them. We need 77 from 51 before the match comes back in real life. Can we do it? That is the question. Oh, that's a cheeky shot from Chris Lynn straight away. and that is going to be a 4. And I'm not sure what the delay is like at the moment in terms of when I commentate compared to when the game is actually coming up on screen. But it is a decent over so far. 3 boundaries, something that the Adelaide Strikers, unfortunately, throughout their innings, weren't quite able to get going. That is going to be close to a run out. It is just going to be the 1 run for Chris Lynn. Wait, no, Chris Lynn is now on strike, actually. Did Tom Banton have all of the strike up till just before? Oh, no. I play Rugby Challenge, Ashes Cricket, and Call of Duty Black Ops. Says Golf First. I assume that there might be a little bit more there as well. But unfortunately, with the layout that I've got at the moment, I can't quite see the rest of the screen. So I will have a look at that very soon. But I think I am just missing a little bit of it at the moment. But nonetheless, it is going to be Chris Lynn now. He missed the first ball he was facing. Can he hit this next one? He has gone for the big one, Chris Lynn. And it is going to fall safe. It's just going to be a single. I don't think we've got too much time left as well when it comes to how close we are to the real match getting back underway. For anyone who is just tuning in now, we are doing this to fill in the little bit of a gap that we will have. That is a short ball from Rashid Khan, who isn't actually playing for the Strikers at this stage of the season. And they may have been needing him for the performance that he can bring to a side. They have only got 130 on the board as well, the Adelaide Strikers. It's a decent shot. It is just going to be a single, I believe, though. We aren't going to be able to get 2 there. And this has been a very good over so far from Rashid Khan. We still need 68 runs off 44 balls. We will have to wait and see what we can do. That wasn't the best shot. And because of it, no, we were able to get there in the end. I've got quite a few obstacles for anyone wondering why I keep on kind of ducking around all over the place. Like I am dodging stuff. I have to keep on looking to see where the field is set. That is going to be another single off Rashid Khan, and he is going to certainly be bowling his 2 overs. And is that going to be a 2 here for us? Yes, it is. Oh, Joe Denley is going to be opening the batting for the Brisbane Heat by the sounds of it. I feel like I should be very close to going back to the game. I don't think I'm going to be able to win this one in the time. Uh-oh. It is a wicket. And I think at this stage, with that wicket falling, I think the second innings is just about to start. So I am going to quickly put it on to just me for a moment so that I can start adjusting everything so that we can be back with the screen that we were on. But nonetheless, we are getting pretty excited now. I'm in full screen. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to full screen that one. There we go. We are good to go. And now if I go like one moment, I'm still very new to this stuff, as you guys can probably tell. Boom. Now we have got that there. Adelaide Strikers are batting first apparently, but now they are not. It is going to be Brisbane Heat. Brisbane Heat are batting. Here we go. We will save that. We will put that up there as well. We will change it so that it is in Brisbane Heat colours. And we will be going back into our other screen. We will have to quickly move a couple of things once again. I'm hoping that that isn't going to actually completely fall because it looks a little bit awkward. That is the microphone. Hopefully you guys aren't hearing too much of that. The first ball has been bowled. Sounded like a decent one as well. Chris Lynn has scored a boundary straight away. That is exactly what they would have been wanting to start this one off. We have got Black Ops 3 was the one that Gold First has as well. Unfortunately, I couldn't quite see it with the positioning, but we are back to the real life stuff. And it is going to be very interesting to see how this goes for the Brisbane Heat. They are batting second here against Adelaide Strikers. I love the new feature when you can do set plays in Rugby Challenge 4. It is a very nice one. Tell you what, Chris Lynn has just whacked that one. Elimination final. And he has lobbed it into the outfield. And he is going to get 2 runs for that one, Chris Lynn. So he isn't going to be wasting any time. They need 125 more runs off 18 balls. Sorry, 118 balls. When will second inning starts from Vishwish? It is starting right now, mate. We are getting pretty excited for it. Strikers will win, says Vishwish. And Chrislin looks like he is trying to do something about that at the moment. Oh, it was a great ball there from Nisa. It was a very good ball. And I feel like I'm going to be paying a lot of attention to that statistic that comes to how many needed of how many balls at the moment. They need 125 off only 117, I believe it is now. Tell you what, 142 is the lowest defender total in a final. And tell you what, Chris Lynn has been knocked over by Nisa. And Chris Lynn, he started fast, but that is the end. Tell you what, that ball before it almost deserved the wicket, but that one did get it. And all of a sudden, this game is wide open for the Adelaide Strikers. That is an absolute beautiful delivery. It just, yeah, that is just an absolute cracker of a delivery. Chris Lynn's bails went flying. And what is your favourite IPL team? Mine is the Kolkata Knight Riders. Says Golf First. Who plays for them, Golf First? Do let me know. But I feel like I don't actually know a favourite, or I don't really have a favourite at this stage because I haven't been able to follow it for the last couple years. So I haven't really gotten to see too much of it recently. But do let me know who is in this side. Bro, you are so good, says Vishwish. Thank you very much, mate. We will be hopefully doing the rest of the games as well in this Big Bash competition. You should try and cricket commentary, says Vishwish. Thank you very much, mate. I do appreciate that a lot. We have been doing a few of the rugby games for the New Zealand competitions and kind of things like that. So I thought I would try a few more cricket ones. But it seems like something you guys have been enjoying as well. So I do appreciate all the support that you guys have been given. Yeah, if you are new to the channel, anyone who is watching now, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We will be doing the rest of the BBL games. Hopefully, internet will be the main factor in that situation because my internet, I was reading the chat on my phone, but it has completely cut out on there. So unfortunately, I am hopefully going to be able to balance these. I am able to see it in a little screen, the game going on at the moment. I was able to see that delivery, though, on Chris Lynn by Nisa. And they're just showing it again. It just is good. You know, like it's just an absolute beautiful delivery to watch. Mine is Chris Lynn is my favourite, says Golf First. Labuschagne off the edge as well for the single down to third man. You should do it in IPL. You will be famous, says Vishwish. See, I feel like I would need a little bit more cricketing knowledge, perhaps. I was going to say I could do the auction, but that normally goes for quite a long time, doesn't it? But I could do a few of the games as long as it's like at a decent hour as well, dependent on that, because some of the games do happen in the middle of the night, I believe. But maybe I could look at doing a couple of the IPL games that are at a decent hour here. And Nisa now with another good ball. And Joe Denley with the block. So 7 off the first over for Brisbane Heat. 1 wicket. So it's going to be pretty interesting. Have you watched the America's Cup today, says Golf First? Not at all, sorry. I haven't had a chance, unfortunately. Do let me know what's happening in it, though. I try and follow it as much as I can, but I have missed a few of the days. In Auckland, says Golf First as well. I feel like I have put something in my eye, unfortunately. But you have 2 months for IPL, says Vishwish. So yeah, I would have plenty of time to try and learn the teams as well, which I feel like would help out. You can do it easily, I believe, says Vishwish. Because that's the thing. If they're on at decent hours, then I've got the Super Rugby Aotearoa rugby competition here. And then that normally would finish at around maybe 9:30 or so. So maybe could go straight into a BBL one as well. Or not BBL, IPL one after that, perhaps. We'll try our best. But at the moment, the Heat need 124 runs off 114 balls. And I haven't actually got the ability of seeing how many we have got watching at the moment. I see we have got 4 of you guys. So thank you all very much for being here. I thought it may have been a little bit of a quieter live stream, perhaps, because of the fact that some of our regular viewers, that's going to be 4 for Labuschagne. to start the over of Wezaga. Of course, we are on the power play at the moment, which means there are only 2 men outside of the ring. So that is a very nice guided shot from Marnus down fine leg. Has gone to the side of Peter Siddle and has managed to get more runs. And I feel like the tactic for the Brisbane Heat will be to finish this game earlier, I would say, because of the fact that you don't really want to be spending too much time in those later overs, because then scoreboard pressure can really get to you. So they will be wanting to get down to a runner ball as soon as they can. Oh, that one was down leg as well. So that's going to be a wide from Wezaga, which is a gifted run. And we have got the Italians have won 2 races out of the 4 against the Americans, says Golf First. So that is pretty good for them, I believe. And my dream is to come to New Zealand. It's a beautiful country. It is indeed. We are very lucky with the scenery that we have got in New Zealand. And also some of the sport that we get to watch as well is pretty awesome. Wezaga steaming in. It's a good ball, and he has left that one, Marnus Labuschagne. So that just means that he is relatively comfortable with the total that they need. Strikers will win still, says Vishwish. Maybe they have got a chance. I think they've got to get the wicket of Labuschagne, though, because he has shown in the test match career that he will be able to just knock it around all over the place up until he wins a game. We have got, I'm from Whangarei, NZ, says Golf First. So I will ask the question, who are you going for in Super Rugby Golf First? Do let me know. Full toss to Marnus. And they are yes knowing. And that could have been Marnus Labuschagne outright then. It's been hot this week. It was very hot earlier in the week here as well. I believe we had about 33 degrees while I was doing one of my Cricket 19 career mode live streams. Travis here tries to hit it. Unfortunately, went for the bounce one instead of the going for it on the full, which did cost them a little bit of a steep bounce. Blues all the way, says Golf First. They could have a very decent chance of making it to the final of Super Rugby Aotearoa. Great ball from Wezaga, but a yes knowing from Joe Denley and Marnus Labuschagne. And there's 118 more runs needed off 110 balls. So they've got a decent chance here, the Brisbane Heat. But we have got, of course, the Adelaide striker supporter in the chat, Vishwish. He is believing in his team at the moment. 20% chance for the Adelaide strikers, but you can see with their bowlers, they won't be giving up very easily. Where's Agar? Great ball there. And it is just going to be a single there. So at the moment, they have got the 7 off this over. And if they keep on going at 7 and over, they will be able to tick this off pretty nicely. But they did lose that big wicket of Chris Lynn, which could come back to haunt them. But then also a decision that might haunt the strikers is the fact that they did decide to sub out Daniel Worrell, who is very good with swing bowling. They subbed him out for, it was Jono Wells, who did have a decent day with the bat, but would Worrell have been able to get a couple more wickets perhaps? Wezaga now steaming him once again. It's a good full length, and it's taken. And Marnus Labuschagne is out. And I am watching the 80% chance for Brisbane Heat to win this. I am waiting to see what that becomes. But my favourite player from the Blues is Jonathan Ruru, says Golf First. And I am very impressed with him anytime he commits himself to those rucks, because he is very good at stealing the ball in the breakdown, Jonathan Ruru. That is something I've noticed from watching him in the Mitre 10 Cup and also Super Rugby. We have got Golf First has said wicket, and we have got Kiwi Shadow has said wicket. Liam has said wicket as well. And now all of a sudden the Adelaide Strikers, I said they had a 20% chance of winning. And then it's now 35%. And Vishwish has said, I said that Striker will win. You didn't believe me. And tell you what, if they do win this one, I will have to well and truly believe what you said, Vishwish, because if they get one more big wicket in this match, all of a sudden they've got a chance. At the moment, 2 overs, 2 wickets for 14 runs. At that rate, if we have 7 and then a wicket every over, we'll be finished by 10 overs and they will be sitting on 70 runs. But I feel like they will get a little bit closer than this. Straight away with that wicket, I feel like this one could come down to the wire. But yeah, it's going to be interesting, that's for sure. It is going to be Nessa once again to continue bowling in the power play. They have got the new ball in hand, but I'm still thinking about that decision of getting rid of Worrell. That's a great ball from Nessa. And tell you what, I thought Denley was going to miss that one. And it just looks like at the moment maybe a batting wicket that doesn't really allow for the easiest of battings. They've just shown the Chris Lynn ball again. And that was an absolute great delivery from Nessa. Did you watch the team rugby versus team cricket game? Yes, I did indeed. And the fact that it came down to the last couple of balls once again, it was pretty awesome. Or in fact, it almost came down to the last ball. If that last ball had gone for 6 instead of 4, they would have been going to the super over. No run there for Joe Denley, sitting on 1 of 5 at the moment. But yeah, it was an extremely close match. And I feel like, every time those two teams play, it just always seems to be very close. But someone who impressed me was Will Jordan. His batting was pretty good. So I feel like he is just one of those fellas who can kind of pick up any sport pretty easily. Brisbane will all out, says Vish Wish. He is saying that the Brisbane Heat will fall over. And tell you what, they have done that in a few matches this season as well. Is the final going to be no different? Joe Denley once again has got a dot ball. The target is 131 for them. They're 2 wickets down at the moment. Denley now. Unfortunately for him, he just hasn't quite been able to find the gaps in the field. Striker would do, will win, do support it, guys, says Vish Wish. And are you Adelaide Strikers supporter, Vish Wish, or are you just going for them in this game? Do let me know. That one has been hit to the leg side. Nicely worked away by Joe Denley. That's going to be 2 there. Matty Renshaw is going to take that one. They might even get 3 here. And they do. That is great running from the Brisbane Heat. Sorry, I keep messing up my words. I also feel like I should have gone on a drink in the in-between stage rather than playing the Xbox version of the game. But hopefully my voice will be able to last throughout this recording. And also, I have got to record a different video on Rugby Challenge after this as well. So hopefully it will last for that. But this match is scheduled to finish at about 1 a.m. So in a way, I'm either hoping that Brisbane Heat get the runs early or Adelaide Strikers bowl them out nice and early so that I do have less talking. Because I end up, that's the thing, on these live streams, I just end up rambling the whole time. And I feel like you guys have probably gotten used to me as well, just completely talking about anything that comes to mind. But nonetheless, 2.4 overs gone. Oh, that was a nice ball again from Nessa. And Peter Siddle was on the field as well. And I feel like I completely forgot about him because they have got a pretty decent bowling attack, the Strikers. So it is going to be interesting. Yes, I support because of Alex Carey. He is a very good player, Alex Carey. That 100 that he got was incredible. And he is one of those fellas that they have mentioned about him becoming the Australian captain, perhaps. And I feel like he is a very talented player and could easily fill that role. Do you watch Caleb Clark, or did you watch Caleb Clark break all those tackles against the Aussies at Eden Park? He broke about 5 tackles. I did indeed. It was a very impressive run. That's a wide. It is an interesting one. So on width, that was a wide. Interesting call. And the helmet is so cool, says Vish Wish as well. It is a pretty cool helmet. I like the blue of their kit, to be fair. That was very close. Could have gone both ways. That's a good shot through the covers for Heaslett. And that is going to be a boundary. And once again, that is now 8 from it for that over. So they are slowly ramping up the Brisbane Heat. They need 109 more runs from 102 balls. But yeah, Caleb Clark's run against Australia was pretty impressive with the fact that it also led to the try of Artie Savia. And I saw it in the player cam version of it, and you could see Sam Cane giving him a pat on the back because of that effort that Caleb Clark put in there. But yeah, they've got Peter Siddle, and they also have quite a good spinner as well. Although off the top of my head, I have forgotten him already. And Kyle has put 2 wickets already. It was indeed. Chris Lynn got an absolute beautiful delivery from Michael Nessa. And then now they have got Wes Agar, got the other one. It was a caught. and that was Labuschagne out. So Lynn and Labuschagne, 2 big wickets. And now it is going to be Peter Siddle, who is going to be bowling the next over, the last over of the power play. At this stage, I believe they only got 24 off their power play, the Adelaide strikers. So if they get 2 runs off this over, they will be ahead in that regard. But this pitch at the moment seems like it is a bowling surface. Denley is blocking a few of them. And we have got 6 over run 36 was what the Adelaide strikers were sitting on. Or is that the prediction, Vishwish? Do let me know. And who do we think will be the next wicket to fall if they do lose a wicket? Will it be Heazlett or will it be Denley? Do let me know in the chat what you think. It was well bowled from Peter Siddle, another dot ball. I feel like Denley, even though he is happy enough just keeping those balls out for now, I feel like he would also we have also got, and did you watch the game where Will Jordan came off the bench and scored a hat trick or 2 tries? Cannot remember. It was 2 tries. Goal first. I remember I live streamed that game as well, I believe. Yeah, he came off the bench and got 2 runaways. He was looking very impressive there, Will Jordan, which was nice because it was his second game. And in the first game, he did end up getting concussed after only about 1 minute he was on the field. Had Korobetti run straight at him and ended up having to go off the field for an HIA and didn't return, which was very unfortunate. Showing Labuschagne there. He was able to get the 3 wickets and got the 6 runs with the bat. Siddle running in once again, and that is the first run off Peter Siddle, and it's just going to be a single. So it seems like maybe could 130 be enough on this surface? The GABBA is just looking like it's just doing a few weird things on that surface at the moment. But yeah, it's going to be a very interesting run chase. They need 108 off 98 balls. At the moment, Heazlett sitting on 4 off 2. Denley, 5 off 11. And we have got by Kiwi Lads going to bed. Says Golf First. Thank you very much for tuning in, mate. I do appreciate it. Hope to see you on the next BBL live stream, perhaps. And Vishwish has said Joe Denley next wicket. How is he getting out, Vishwish? Do let me know. Heazlett. Oh, tell you what, Heazlett's out. And that's the wicket, LBW. Siddle has just pulled off an absolute beauty of a delivery. And the Brisbane Heat are 3 down. Vishwish, do you know something we don't? Because you said that the strikers were going to win. It's just a plum LBW. Middle stump was going to get knocked out of the ground there. And Heazlett is on his bike. And tell you what, Peter Siddle, he has been such a key for the Adelaide strikers this season as well. He's just, no matter how old he becomes, Peter Siddle, he still just has that accuracy and the pace. 6 over run below 36, says Vishwish. I feel like you're from the future, Vishwish, and you are just telling me exactly what is going to happen at this stage because of that. Maybe it's going to be very close. They need 6.68 runs per over, but wickets in hand is their problem at the moment. Jimmy Pearson making his way to the crease. He can bat. So this game isn't won for the Adelaide strikers yet, but now the win viz is sitting at 47% for the Adelaide strikers. Oh. They are just talking in the commentary box at the moment. Peter Siddle! Oh, I'm yelling. But that was very close for Peter Siddle. I don't know who I'm supporting in this match. I think I'm just enjoying it too much for both sides. But Peter Siddle, first over, 1 for 1. And that is a very impressive power play. It was It was Chris Lind got bowled by Nessa after hitting a boundary. Labuschagne got that 4 down fine leg, and then he did hit it in the air. Almost had a run out. Did survive, and then he just scooped it, unfortunately for him. And it was taken by Nessa, I believe it was. And then Peter Siddle got the wicket as well with the LBW. Heaslip was on his bike, and all of a sudden, this match is heating up. If Strikers win today, they will be in the finals. They will be playing against the Sydney Thunder on Sunday, will be their next match. But then, yeah, maybe if they do win this match, they will be able to keep the momentum right through to the final. But to do that, they will have to beat the Sydney Thunder and then beat the loser of the Perth Scorchers versus Sydney Sixers game. That is tomorrow. So it's going to be interesting. O'Connor here. It is going to be very interesting. O'Connor, he's had a couple good spells throughout his BBL, but he has also gone for a few runs. So it will be interesting to see what way this one will go for him. It is a good ball to start that one off. It is through a gap as well, but it is just going to be the one run for Jimmy Pearson. Joe Denley at the moment sitting on 5 off 11 balls. 106 needed off 95 balls. That is slowly creeping up to a decent run rate for the Brisbane Heat to chase down. Of course, a decent run rate on this track seems to be maybe only 7 and over could be enough on this one. The GABBA is doing strange things, and the bowlers are just on form at the moment. Joe Denley finds the man. And is it going to be one of those days? Alex Carey couldn't find the middle of the bat. Then also, it was Travis Heat couldn't find the middle of the bat. And now, is it going to be Joe Denley who can't? He has found the gap there for the one. Out to deep cover there. It's just the single. And I am just looking at that target and how many runs they will need. Going to be close. That is for sure. I think this one is going to go the full distance almost. I think it may even come down to the last over. That is going to be another single. And I'm not sure who will be minding this the most. Brisbane Heat will be fine just getting those singles out through the cover region. But then O'Connor, I feel like they will want him to bowl a few more dot balls, put the pressure right back on them. And that one's a better shot from Joe Denley. That one has gone through the gap. He is going to have to run hard there, John O'Wells. And he has done extremely well. And it is going to be Michael Nisu who throws it in. And that was, I believe, he's done very well there, John O'Wells. And I feel like he has to in the field because of the fact he did get subbed in for Daniel Worrell, who is a very good bowler. It's going to be O'Connor. They did run 3 there. And that has been turned to leg. And unfortunately for him, it could lead to 2 unless they do get the run out. No, he didn't have it in his hands. And it wasn't the best throw either for Alex Carey, unfortunately. We have got Kyle. What's good? I'm just on my phone right now. My computer crashed. See, that's the opposite for me. My phone crashed. I wasn't actually able to read the chat through my phone like I was doing. So I have got the game only in a little window so that I can still read the chat next to it. And that was going to be... That is a big chance for the Adelaide Strikers. But unfortunately, the throw wasn't as good as they would have been liking. But nonetheless, it is going to be a very close match here, I have a feeling. And I am looking forward to it a lot. But they are showing a donkey on a little 4x4, which is an interesting situation. But at the moment, 99 runs off 90 balls. On a normal surface or in a normal game, I feel like that would be a reasonably easy total to chase down. But this is finals cricket. This is an eliminator final between these two sides. And this match could still go either way, even though the Brisbane Heat had an 80% chance of winning this one. It is all going to come down to Denley and Pearson at this stage. How long are they going to be able to stay at the crease and how many runs are they going to be able to get? What's your plans for the long weekend? It's week and next weekend, said Kyle. See, that's the thing. I've been that flat out with editing and everything. I didn't even realize there was a long weekend coming up. Like, I'm going to have probably recording, editing, and uploading, maybe a few live streams as well. But me and a couple of the other Kiwi lads are hopefully going to be able to get together soon. That could be a wicket. No, it has fallen short. Next wicket within 2 overs. So that will be going at before 7. So that would be in the next 10 balls here. Or the next, next 10 balls. 2 league buys so far. Back-to-back long weekends, says Nick as well. But yeah, see, I feel like I need to look at the calendar a little bit. See, that's the thing. I'm working on the theory of I always go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday rather than the actual date that they are, which I feel like I should. Oh, good bouncer there from Wes Agar. And Alex Carey wanted it. He said, how was that? Joe Denley sitting on 9 off 16 at the moment. Maybe this is the pressure that is slowly building up here. Like what happened to Alex Carey first and then what happened to Travis Head. It's an interesting shot from Joe Denley. They've said he's gone out a few times in the past to it. But yeah, anyone who is new to the channel, I'm not sure how many we've got watching at the moment, purely because I have got my chat and also the game on the same screen. So I'm not sure how many are here. But if you are here, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. We will be doing the rest of the BBL games. That is also disclaimer that it could be affected by my Wi-Fi because sometimes it's not that flash. Definitely not trying to run the scoreboard chat and also the game at the same time. But hopefully it will be able to work out for me. And hopefully you guys will get to see it. What's your Kiwi Lads IG? Is that the Instagram, if I'm not wrong? Sorry, I feel like I'm not hip with all of the abbreviations. Tell you what, Joe Denley's just cracked that one. And that is a 6. And it looked like the kind of ball that could have bowled him. Joe Denley was taken well there. We have got Noyan Khan in the chat as well. Welcome to the live stream, mate. But the Kiwi Lads Instagram, if that is what you are asking for, is the Kiwi _lads. I believe that is it. That is what we are working with for the Instagram. Yeah, it was a great take in the crowd as well. A good catch. Right, Joe Denley now sitting on 15 off 18, so that 6 helped a bit. Can Wes Agar get this wicket of Joe Denley? Oh, and it's a pull shot from Joe Denley, and it was almost a 6-1 bounce 4. And Vishwish has said 4 as well. That was a good shot from Joe Denley, and now all of a sudden he's sitting on 19 off 19, and the Brisbane Heat need 87 off 84, and we have to remember they also have their power surge, which means they'll only be allowed 2 men outside of the circle, and I assume that the bowlers for that one would surely be probably Peter Siddle, and then I'd say Peter Siddle, Michael Neser is my prediction for those bowlers. I don't think you could go to O'Connor in this situation. He seems like he didn't quite find his length until that last ball of his over. So I feel like you want to be going to him. But Travis Head is getting a bowl now, which will be interesting to see how he goes. He wasn't quite able to find the middle of the bat with the when he was batting. So it will be interesting to see if he can find his line and length now. Now wicket is incoming overs, says Vishwish. So it is either going to be this over or I will allow the next over as well for you, Vishwish, because we were halfway through that 5th over. But nonetheless, Travis Head, can he get the wicket that is much needed? Spinners have taken a few wickets so far this match. Travis Head with a good ball there, but it has been worked to the leg side by Jimmy Pearson, but just the one, or James Pearson. I believe he goes by either, maybe, or I might just be saying the wrong one. But now it is Denley, 19 from 19. He did go after the pace of the last over of Wes Agar. Is he going to go after the spin as well? He has worked it to leg, and it is just going to be a single once again. Joe Denley looking very composed since he got that 6 and a 4. It's as if that was what he needed to be able to get that little bit of confidence. They are showing Daniel Worrell off. Is it Frankie Worrell? No, is that just his nickname? But Worrell, he has got the ability to swing the ball well, and I feel like it was an interesting decision to put Jono Wells on, but hopefully he will be able to get a chance in another match if they do win this one. That is the strikers. Denley will go out now, says Vishwish. So that is, of course, going to be, unfortunately, I assume that was for that ball, so we will wait until he is on strike once again. But I feel like Pearson will hit a single here once again, and then it will be him on strike for the last ball. No run there. So Denley, the next ball that he faces, maybe the time that he goes out for Vish Wish. He has played more than needed, says Vish Wish as well. Is that for Daniel Worrell, perhaps, or for Joe Denley? Oh, that's a bit of spin. And that is going to be 2 by the looks of it, by the way they were running. But I think they're just going to get the 1. So Joe Denley is going to be at the non-strikers end once again. And Pearson does keep the strike. 82 needed from 78 here for the Brisbane Heat to win this one and move on to the match this Sunday against the Sydney Thunder. They are showing catches at the GABBA, and they are showing that often the ball goes to hand for those sixes, and then he sculled the drink as well. That man, he got it all over his shirt, but he doesn't care. He's having a great time. That was a good shot there. And that was a great catch. And tell you what, some of these people that they are showing the catches, they don't even look like they know that they are going to be catching the ball. And they are just, they're showing the crowd catches at the GABBA, one-handed. Like, they make it look so effortless, some people in the crowd, and then others make it look like it is the most impossible thing out there. But Briggs is going to be bowling now. Danny Briggs, 14 matches, 10 wickets, best 3 for 20. That could be very useful in this situation if he can get the 3 wickets here. All of a sudden, the Adelaide Strikers are right back in this match. At the moment, WinViz has them 74% chance of winning the Brisbane Heat. And it is now Briggs with a great delivery. Found his length straight away by the looks of it. Wicket coming, says Vish Wish. It is very soon. Can Briggs get the breakthrough? That's a question. Left arm all for the Docs. They are saying he bowls quite a full line. That one is going down leg. They are going to get the leg by here. And now that means that Joe Denley is going to be on strike. Is he going to go after Briggs here? I feel like he will play it a little bit more sensibly, Joe Denley, because of the fact that they only need just over a run a ball and they have got a power surge coming. But then saying that if the Adelaide Strikers can get a little bit more pressure on them coming up to this power surge, then maybe that is where the wickets will fall. Joe Denley advances. It's chipped. Oh, just short. And tell you what, that was very close. Cameron Milner is in the chat and he said, hi, did you see Pakistan beat South Africa? Said Cameron Milner. I did not. Is that for the, were they playing test matches? No. 2020? No, I'm not too sure what matches were being played. Unfortunately, I didn't quite get a chance. That one's gone straight up in the air from Jimmy Pearson. And they're coming forward. No, it's dropped by Nisa. And now he is. Test match it was, says Cameron Milner. So it was, that was in South Africa as well, wasn't it? Unfortunately, Nisa almost gets it, not quite able to. So close for Nisa. Not quite able to get it. He survives, said Vish Wish. It was very close. Jimmy Pearson almost out there. Oh, good ball, though, from Briggs. And it almost led to the wicket. South Africa cricket has gone, says Cameron Milner. It will be very interesting to see Australia go over there and see how they can go against them. Catch drop, says Vish Wish. It was indeed. And Michael Nisa looking a little bit ginger at the moment in terms of that shoulder. Hopefully it is all right for him because he may be a key. It's a good ball. Denley not very happy by the sounds of it. No, in Pakistan, says Cameron Milner. Okay. So they are over in Pakistan, and then they must go home to verse Australia, is it? See, I feel like I'm not following too much international cricket other than, of course, the India versus Australia games. Unfortunately, Nisa just not quite able to get that one. And that could have been the missed chance. Pearson survives. And at the moment, they need 77 off 72. Even though this one, my live score says they have 66 balls left, but they do have 71 at the moment. So hopefully that will get fixed very soon. But Denley at the moment sitting on 22 off 23 balls. Pearson, 11 off 14. The Heat This Winvis says they have 62%. Mine has 75. That is a good shot there. And it is going to be 2 there for Denley. He isn't really going after the ball other than those couple balls of Wes Agar. He is just tapping them in the gaps. He is able to milk the field for a heap of singles and twos at this stage because of the fact that they don't need too many runs. 10 overs, runs 64 is the prediction. Oh, that's a good ball. But it is once again going to lead to maybe a 2 unless we have a run out on. Renshaw's getting booed by the Brisbane Heat side. Of course, he is ex-Brisbane Heat. So that is why that is happening. Travis Head at the moment has gone for 5 runs off 3 balls so far this over. And the Heat needs 72 of 69. They haven't quite been able to get that to less than a run a ball yet. It's a good shot from Joe Denley down the ground. And it is going to once again be 2. Nessa digs the knee in that time as well. And it was just the 2. So straight away, 7 runs off this over, off 4 balls. And they haven't had to take any risks yet, the Brisbane Heat. So now they are going to have to make a decision here. The Brisbane or the Adelaide Strikers, in terms of what they do with the field. Has gone down the leg side, and that is a dot ball as well. And I feel like that was almost possibly the worst ball out of the lot, but it didn't go for a single run. Now it is Travis Head. Last ball of his over has gone down leg, which leads to a wide, which means that that last dot ball wasn't quite how he would have been seeing that one going, Travis Head. That's a better ball. How's that one? It's going down leg, though. I believe not out is the call. They need 69 of 66. And 9 overs gone at the moment. So this would be a 2-run over if they were able to get away with it. Team of the tournament at the moment is how this is sitting. It is Josh Philippi, Alex Hales, Ben McDermott, Colin Munro, Glenn Maxwell, Dan Christian, Rashid Khan, Joe Richardson, Mark Steketee, Adam Zampa, and Wes Agar, with the X factors of Marcus Stoinis and Daniel Sam. I tried to get through them as quick as I could because I thought they wouldn't have them up for very long. So that is why I was trying to read them off as quick as we can. But we have got 2 Adelaide Strikers players, 1 Brisbane Heat player. But one of those Adelaide Striker players, Rashid Khan, is not there at the moment because he did go back to Afghanistan, I believe it was it? And that is another single off Briggs's bowling. But at the moment, he only went for 4 off his first over. And he did have 2 close chances to getting both Denley and Pearson out. So this over could have a wicket. We will have to wait and see. Denley sitting on 28 off 28. Wouldn't be taking any risks at this stage, I wouldn't think. And that one has been hit out through cover. It's gone to deep cover once again for another single for the Brisbane Heat. And I feel like because of the total that the Adelaide Strikers set, they are just able to tap this around, get the singles and the occasional 2. They don't have to go too crazy in the ball in the air because we've seen that the times that they did try and hit it in the air went quite wrong for them. He set it back. Oh, are they going to run that? They were both sitting in the middle of the pitch looking at each other, but they were able to get the run in the end. So that's 3 singles so far this over. And the power surge, it's going to be interesting. Are the Brisbane Heat going to take that power surge earlier, sitting at that 10 overs with these 2 kind of set batsmen, or are they going to wait till later on? Oh, Denley's gone down the wicket, and that's going to fall in the gap between 3 men. So I feel like that just shows the luck that Joe Denley's got in this match so far. Wicket coming, says Vish Wish. It was indeed almost a wicket there, Joe Denley. They're saying there was no need to go for it. He decided to, and it just fell perfectly between the 3 men. You could have taken the meters from that central point, and it would have been perfect between them, the 3 fielders there. And they were able to get 2 runs for it. That is a dot ball, though, for Briggs. Can he finish this over well? He's gone for 5 so far, so less than a runner ball at this stage if he can have a dot ball here, or a wicket perhaps. Oh, it's hit down the ground. And it was going to be a very hard challenge for Briggs to take that one, but he has managed to go for only 6 off his over once again. Bowling well so far. Don't worry, wicket will come in this over, says Vish Wish. It is getting closer, that is for sure. Denley's not looking too safe. I've said that he's been looking all right, but every once in a while he just does that shot that makes you think maybe there is going to be a chance. We are going to wait for the, it is the drinks break, so maybe I should have a drinks break as well. But then I feel like if I leave, then maybe everyone else will. I would run out to the kitchen if I could, but we are currently sitting at 10 to 12 at night for New Zealand. So we're 10 minutes away from midnight. I was saying that I was hoping this game was going to be finished a little bit sooner rather than later so that I could film another video and hopefully still have my voice. But we will have to wait and see about that because I have been talking flat out so far this live stream. Hopefully you guys have been entertained. But yeah, do let me know how many runs or wickets. Who do you think is going to win? And how much do you think they're going to win by? I feel like the Brisbane Heat might lose a couple more wickets before the end of this innings. I just have a feeling Joe Denley hit that one into the ground. So it wasn't actually a catching opportunity. And Pearson did have his bat on the ground. So he wouldn't have been run out at the wrong end. Tell you what, that delivery of Lynn was an absolute ripper. And I could watch that about 20 times in a row and still enjoy it. Labuschagne was chipping it too long on. And it was taken well by Michael Neser. Then Peter Siddle was able to get the wicket of Heazlett. LBW Plum, middle stump was getting knocked out of the ground if he missed that one. If it didn't hit the pad, and Peter Siddle was able to get that wicket of Heazlett. He has only bowled the one over so far, Peter Siddle, I believe. And he went 1 for 1, if I'm not wrong. So that is interesting. They are saving him for a little bit later on and probably an over of the power surge. And the question is, when are they going to be taking it? They're talking to Darren Lehman at the moment. He said he was a little bit nervous there. But they bowled very well, the Brisbane Heat. And now all they have to do is keep on going at a run of ball. Partnership is 45 off 38, which is all they can ask for in this situation. Of course, the bash boost point and all of those type arrangements for the 10 overs. Of course, I was just listening to the commentary as well with them talking to the coach. But yeah, they don't have that 10 overs of who has to be at a further forward point. So 63 off 60. It's going to be very interesting here. Neser bowling again. It's a good Yorker, but it has just been hit to the leg side, and it was a casual run through for them. Weatherall fields it at mid-wicket. They are saying that Joe Burns will be next to the crease, but they did put Pearson in front of him for the sake of being the calming factor at the crease. And also I saw Marnus eating a nectarine, I believe it was, which is something I would absolutely love at the moment. Do you guys like nectarines? Do let me know. I remember we had a thingy for school, which was like each week we would get a fruit. And one of them was a nectarine, although I think he might have an apricot at further glance. We might have to find out there. Is it a plum or is it a apricot? It looked like quite a big seed. So maybe it was a nectarine, but hard to say. 24 hours stream, says Kyle. I don't know whether that's going to be the case today. My voice will be gone by about maybe not even hour. What are we sitting? We're sitting 2.5 hours at the moment almost. So I feel like I may not even reach 3.5 hours without my voice completely leaving. Marnus has got an apple as well. That man has plenty of fruit. And have you had an Australian mango? Because they are sensational, that is for sure. You can get the South American ones, but they just aren't as sweet, I find. Oh, that's a good ball from Neser, but it is once again another single and maybe going for 2. Yes, they are. It is good running here. Very good running from the Brisbane Heat. So now they have got 58 more runs to get off 56. They are going out to run a ball, but all the Adelaide strikers need is 1 or 2 wickets here in this middle stage, and that could really change this matchup. But that's the 50 partnership for these guys. The first 50 partnership of the match, I should mention, out of either team. 50 partnership of 42 balls between Denley and Pearson. And that's a good pull shot from Pearson. It is just going to be one, though. It is fielded by Phil Salt. Alex Carey gets it with the gloves on. At the moment, 6 runs off this over of Neser off the 5 balls. He's got one more delivery. This is the one that could make the impact because of the fact that if he can get a wicket now, the win viz will go from 86% for the Brisbane Heat, maybe down to about 70%. But he has to get this one. Michael Nisi needs to find that delivery. He did to Chris Lynn. It was a Yorker. It was a slow ball as well. But Denley, was equal to it. And it is the end of the over. They are sitting on 3 for 74 off 11 at the moment. The Brisbane Heat. And Matt Renshaw is saying the same thing I was. If they can get 2 wickets and get the lower to middle order, and the game is anyone's for the taking. Nessa at the moment getting that 1 wicket early off Chris Lynn. And at that stage, with those 2 other wickets falling as well, Peter Siddle's back in the attack. He is 1 for 1 at the moment. He bowled very well for that first over. Do you have to pay for that website, and how much? Says Kyle. The one that I am watching it on is Sky Go, which I guess you've just got to have a Sky decoder, which can be a little bit pricey. But I know depending on what country you're in, which I believe you are in New Zealand, so it's probably Sky Go. I don't think Spark Sport have it. So I think Sky is the only way to go unless you're in Australia, and then it's KO, and that is a good pull shot from Jimmy Pearson, and that's going to be 2 runs off the first ball of Siddle, and that is more runs. Well, that's double the runs that his first over went for off the very first ball of his over. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what is going to happen here. Oops, I don't know what I did there. Hopefully I have fixed it now, though. Yes, I have. The Brisbane Heat sitting on 3 for 76 at the moment. Peter Siddle with the slow ball. That's a great shot down the ground. Good fielding, though, from Matty Renshaw. If he had missed that one, it possibly could have been going for the boundary. Denley at the moment sitting on 34 off 35. They just need that wicket. You can see for the Adelaide strikers, that's all they want. They need that 1 wicket. If they can get Denley and Pearson out, it is wide open. They have got Joe Burns, who is also there for the Brisbane Heat for his batting. So he might be able to have a little bit of an impact in this match as well. Peter Siddle now bowling to Denley. It's a Yorker. It was a little bit overpitched. And because of it, it is just a single down the ground. Peter Siddle trying his best to see if he can get that breakthrough wicket that the Adelaide strikers need. But at the moment, it looks like this match is slowly getting pulled more and more away from the Adelaide strikers. The Brisbane Heat may have a date with the Sydney Thunder if they can't quite get back into this match. The power surge at the moment is still an option for them. Today's attendance, they've got 20,000 Pearson's hit in the gonads. So because of it, Peter Siddle gives a little bit of an appeal just to see if the ref was going to give it. But nonetheless, that one didn't look very comfortable for Jimmy Pearson. Hit square on. And Peter Siddle decided to give it a bit of an appeal as well, just in case. We have got what is the most people have, or what is the most people have you had in your stream before? I feel like it's a number that we aren't going to be able to reach again in a long time, but it was for one of the New Zealand versus Argentina matches, and we had 300 and something people at one time, which I think on average for those Tri Nations one, we probably had maybe around 60 or 70, but that one time it was just boosted well and truly, and yeah, about 300 people at once. But on a Big Bash one, probably only around 10, which is a little bit quieter. But I feel like I kind of like the quiet ones as well because of the fact that I do get to read every message you guys say and get to pay a bit more attention to the game as well. Whereas with the 300, you can't really look at the game too much because you're just flat out reading chat as well. Because I'm one of those people how I try and read literally every single message that we get in the chat. So I try my best to be able to follow every single thing that's going on. So because of it, sometimes I pay too much attention to the chat rather than the game. But they are showing the schedule. So tomorrow it will be the Sydney Sixers versus the Perth Scorchers. The winner will be in the final at home as well. So then the Thunder versus the winner of this game. And then it will be the winner of the... Sorry, I've confused myself because I'm listening to them as well. But pretty much whoever loses the match between. It's interesting. I think I've actually got it slightly around the wrong way as well. Happy midnight, says Kyle. It is indeed here in New Zealand. We have ticked over to a new day. It is now the 30th of January. And that's the thing. January's almost over already. Like, that's crazy. 1 month down. Only 11 to go before the end of another year. Yeah, at the moment, those people are all Brisbane Heat supporters in the crowd, and they are hoping that their team can get over the line and book their date with the Sydney Thunder. That's who they will be playing. It is Michael Nisa once again. They are going to bowl him out, which I thought he was going to be in the power surge. So I guess it might be Siddle and Wes Agar perhaps for that power surge. It is another single. And at the moment, they aren't taking any risks here, the Brisbane Heat. They only need 51 off 47. So they aren't deciding to go for any crazy shots here, because I feel like once they have in the past few overs, they've always had a chance for the Adelaide strikers to get a wicket. So at the moment, maybe Denley will decide to speed it up at some stage, sitting on 35 off 36, but I think that will be what the power surge is for. And they have got 7 overs left after this one. Oh, he left his stumps open there, Joe Denley. But he did have a shot in mind. Look at Jono Wells go. He's not going to get that one, though. And it is a shot for Denley. I said that he might speed it up soon, and he has done it. The literal next ball. Joe Denley now sitting on 39 off 37. And now it is 47 off 46 needed. It was a great cover drive from Joe Denley. Left the stumps open, but is seeing the ball decent. Well, 300 plus says, God, yeah, it was pretty crazy. And that was still when we were quite a small channel as well. So I was not expecting it one bit. I think at the time we probably only had just over, like maybe only around 500 subscribers. So that was like, yeah, it was just crazy. Because that live stream ended up with, I think it's on about 26,000 views, which is just weird to think about, because of the fact that, like, that's our town's population times by about 4 or 5. Like, so that is, yeah, it was crazy. But hopefully we'll have a few more in the other BBL ones as well. The thing is with this, at the moment, I haven't actually been able to see how many people have been watching throughout. Oh, he was going way to leg there, Joe Denley, but he has still worked it to leg for a single. It is sitting on 44 off 44 needed now. At 6 runs and over for the rest of this match. Partnership 63 for 50 or 54 balls, sorry. They have been looking pretty good, Denley and Pearson together. And at the time of these two men going to the crease, they were both on 0, I believe. So it was very well done for them to rebuild, and Pearson just hits it to leg as well for the pull shot. Just for the single, goes to Phil Salt at backward square leg. They are mentioning in the commentary that they'd love Rashid Khan here just to get one chance. They haven't really got that key spinner in their lineup, I don't think, at this stage, the strikers, since he had left. The 30 man this month has gone fast. It has indeed. Because, I mean, even last year, like, with everything that was happening, it still went pretty quick, I feel. Like, we started doing the videos in about late August, and all of a sudden, or maybe late July actually, and all of a sudden, like, it's about 6 months now that we've been doing it, or maybe even closer to 7 maybe. No, I think it's 6, but it is pretty crazy how quickly it's gone. Siddle's still got 2 overs left. Agar's got 2. O'Connor's got 3. Head's got 2. Briggs has got 2. So I think Briggs will get another, and then Siddle will have his 2, and Agar will have his 2. That is 5. And then that only leaves 2 more overs, which possibly maybe Briggs will get 2 of those. So then that would take you up to the 6. And then you've got maybe, not sure who else you would bowl. You probably either bowl O'Connor for another one. I think he's the only other bowler that I can think of. But Joe Denley, they are showing him. He has been looking pretty decent overall. Had a couple close chances with his wicket, but Joe Denley here did get that 6 as well. Yeah, he got 10 runs in 2 balls, Joe Denley, and I feel like that really gave him that confidence because it looked like he was going to get tied down a little bit. And then from there, he has just freed the arms as well when he has had the opportunity, but it hasn't been in the air. He has just been playing smart cricket shots, and he has been rewarded with a partnership with Pearson. And because of it now, Briggs is back in the attack. That is blocked by Pearson there for another dot ball. They are trying to work it around the field once again. That one was going to be going down to long off, but Briggs was able to cut it off. He has only gone for 10 runs so far. That one was dragged down a little bit, and Pearson with a good shot. Is it going to be a 2 here? Maybe. O'Connor has thrown it, and they are getting the 2 there. It is good running. Jimmy Pearson, quick man between the wickets. So is Joe Denley. So Briggs is looking a little bit disappointed after that one. 40 off 40 at the moment. They need, I would say, 2 wickets within the next 2 overs if they do want to win this match, the Strikers. The moment my WinViz has them on 94% chance of winning the Brisbane Heat. So it is a lot of trouble for the Adelaide Strikers at the moment. They are away from home. We are at the GABBA for this match. The home field advantage may be playing a little bit of a factor. The GABBA at the start, the wicket looked like it was going to be doing all sorts, but it seems like it has settled down. That's in the air from Denley, and it's a wicket. So all of a sudden, Joe Denley has thrown the wicket away. He took the risk, and I said 2 wickets in the next 2 overs. That is one of them. And now it's a little bit worrying for the Brisbane Heat. They only need a run a ball. I'm wondering whether Joe Denley decided to just go for it a little bit more. But they have still got the power surge, of course. But we have seen in the past the power surge can lead. Some teams get wickets in it. Some teams lose wickets. That's the same thing, kind of. No, some teams get runs. Some teams lose wickets is what I was trying to say, I believe. But nonetheless, it is a wicket. And that is the end of Joe Denley there. Wasn't able to get his team over the line. But now it is going to be Joe Burns moving to the crease. The other Joe is making his way to the crease. He's had a little bit of a mixed bag so far in his innings this year. Joe Burns was able to get that 50, of course, in a few games ago. So he will be wanting to get, or he won't be able to get 50 here, but if he can get a run of ball, his team might be able to get over the line here. But Pearson is the set batsman. Joe Burns will be the man that they'll be wanting on strike because he might be feeling the pressure early in his innings. They can get Jimmy Pearson out next over, though, or the over after. I'm wondering how close they would have been to taking the power surge there. Thinking maybe with Joe Denley and Pearson set, that could have been an opportunity, but now that has gone away. Briggs has been bowling very well so far with the spin. He has gone for 1 for 13 off 2.4 overs. Now it is Joe Burns' first ball. It's and Alex Weatherald's dropped the ball. Tell you what, that was a chance. Hit him in the chest. He was looking for it. He couldn't find it, Weatherald. It was just in front of him, but he couldn't get it. Briggs almost had another, and that could have been the second wicket that I was speaking of, but a very good over from Briggs. 3 runs off that one and the wicket. Weatherald not able to get that one, so that is 2 drop chances, unfortunately, for the Adelaide Strikers. Weatherald, he kind of froze once it bounced off his chest. It kind of went like that, and then he went, when it was in the air, he couldn't find it. He just lost it, unfortunately, and because of it, just wasn't quite there for him to take the catch. Did you watch the UFC? I'm a big fan. And did you watch Dustin versus the Irish dude? Says Kyle. I haven't actually had a chance to watch a lot of UFC lately. I was watching it probably around 5 months ago. Like, now that I think about it, it was probably right when I started doing the YouTube channel, like daily uploads, was when I didn't really get a chance to keep on watching it, because I was watching every fight night and also pretty much buying every pay-per-view as well. But then, yeah, I don't think I've purchased a pay-per-view in a wee while. But, yeah, it's another one that I'd like to keep on watching, but I just haven't had the chance. O'Connor now is going to be bowling to Pearson. What does he do from here? That's dragged down once again from O'Connor. He hasn't quite found his length other than the last ball of his first one. They are saying that O'Connor, he can't bowl that delivery to Joe Burns, or else he will get him off strike. O'Connor, if there is a time to find his length, it is right now. It is needed, that is for sure. Burns needs to get that delivery. He's already had the edge of his bat. He will be possibly finding it again early in his innings. You got to get it right here for O'Connor here. Too short, and he is getting off the mark. He's hit it out to deep point. And that is the first run for Joe Burns. At the moment, they need 35 off 33. He is hiding halfway down the ramp by the looks of it, or down the tunnel. See, that's a better length, but unfortunately, they are going to get 2 runs there for Jimmy Pearson, and that is 30 runs for him. 35 needed now off 33. That's what mine already said before that ball was hit. So I'm wondering what's going to happen here. You should do a gaming setup video and record it with your phone or a camera, says Kyle. I feel like at the moment it's really not really anything too special. It is kind of just like a monitor, and then I have a bit of a light so that you guys can see me all right at nighttime, and then my webcam with the microphone. But I guess, yeah, I could do one in the future if there's something that you want to see, something that would be quite cool. Because I feel like at the moment we are mainly kind of like the gaming. So I'm not sure whether for that type of video we do need another kind of like real life channel, or whether we would just do it on this one as well, because we have actually got another Kiwi Lads channel launching extremely soon, which is pretty exciting. It's going to be a very, very exciting project for us. We were going to launch it probably about 5 weeks ago, but never quite got the chance. But it is coming very soon for the Kiwi Lads, because we have, of course, got the Kiwi Lads podcast video as well, or video, the Kiwi Lads podcast channel. Hit back down the ground. No run there for O'Connor. And off that, there were 6 runs off O'Connor's over. So probably not too bad in the end. The question is, are they going to be, what's the plan here? Are they going to take the power surge here? It doesn't look like they're going to. They're going to wait as long as they can, perhaps. Peter Siddle and Wes Agar are still in the wings. It is going to be Briggs once again. So I would say, by the looks of it, it is going to be Briggs this over, and then you would possibly look at bowling Siddle and Agar with there too. Or maybe, I don't know whether you go to Travis here. Perhaps you could give him one more. O'Connor, he looks like he has given away maybe a few too many singles. So I feel like that wouldn't be ideal. But Briggs at the moment, can he get the wicket of Joe Burns that he almost had on the last one? That's come off the edge once again, almost hits a short third man. Joe Burns isn't too happy about that dot ball, and can scoreboard pressure slowly creep up here? That is the question. It was well bowled by Briggs, and that's another dot ball. He has bowled incredibly well so far, Briggs, in this match. Going to be very interesting. Can he get another dot ball? Yes, he can. And that scoreboard pressure now is starting to creep up. They have 33 needed off 27. The sweep shot, they're saying, could be coming for Joe Burns here. What is Briggs going to bowl him? He has bowled it well. It is going to be a single now. But Briggs, 4 good balls so far. The big question is, what is Pearson going to do? No boundaries scored for 19 balls, 20 balls now. So what is the plan? Is Pearson going to go for it a little bit here? I feel like he can't afford to lose this wicket. I said within the next couple overs, they needed a couple more wickets. Is it going to happen here? No, it's not. Pearson has hit it out to the leg side. Sorry, the offside. Out to cover. And it is going to be just a single. So far off this over, Briggs has gone for 2 runs. He is sitting 1 for 15 off 3.5 overs. And that is a very impressive innings, or not an innings, sorry. Very impressive spell so far. Briggs, they have hit it out through the covers, and it's going to be another single. So Briggs has bowled incredibly well there. And now it is 1 for 16 off 4 for his figures. That's the word I was after. They are showing that the game tomorrow is going to be the Sydney Sixers versus the Perth Scorchers. And then whoever wins that will get through to the last round. It's going to be interesting. That match has the potential of going either way, and I am very excited for it, that is for sure. We have got 257 Utkarsh Tawari. Hopefully I've said that right. He has their Burns and Pearson come on at the moment. They are needing 30 off 24. Pearson set 32 off 35. They are giving Travis Head another over, which is interesting. Maybe looking at not bowling Wes Agar for both of his. It has caught everyone off guard here. Maybe they are looking at trying to get just a couple more dot balls for the Adelaide Strikers. Cheer, says YT King for Mile. Thank you very much for tuning in, mate. At the moment, the Adelaide Strikers are 17% likely to win this match. The Brisbane Heat are batting. Burns is sitting. No, he is. It is a dead ball. It's pretty bad when your home crowd boo you for stepping away. But Travis Head has bowling himself in this situation. And that is a dot ball, and dot balls are adding up at the moment in this matchup. It is 7 extra runs than balls that they need at the moment. Joe Burns has hit that one. It was too short. And because of it, Wes Agar's going to have to run hard, and it's gone to the boundary. And Travis Head might regret bowling himself here, because unfortunately that is going to be a 4. It was dragged down from Travis Head. And because of it, he hit it hard. Out square leg. Ashton Agar, Wes Agar just never quite looked set to get that one. And because of it, it did make it to the boundary. Travis Head bowling himself while he is still bowling. And it's another one that was too short. And it could be going for 2. No, it is. Well done from Phil Salt to keep it to just the 1. So far already 5 runs off this over. You'd have to wonder, maybe Wes Agar. He was doing almost well to get that ball, but just not quite able to there. And I feel like with the angle that he is bowling Travis Head, it is quite easy to work it to leg for the singles. Wes Agar throws that one to the keeper. Joe Burns on strike once again. Who do you sport in the Super Rugby Aotearoa? See, that's the thing. For Super Rugby, that one's gone out leg side. And it is just going to be the one. Phil Salt has got that one. Oh, it's a yes, no. It's a yes, no. And it might be out, but they are saying not out. I will quickly. So pretty much, I feel like I enjoy watching all of the New Zealand sides. Like probably closest to me is either Crusaders or Highlanders, but I just enjoy watching all of them. And I feel like for Super Rugby Aotearoa, I'm just going to love every second of it. Who do you support? By the way, let me know. And then we have got Vish back. Strikers will win. Tell you what, I would have almost believed you up until this over of Travis Head, because of the fact that he has gone for a couple too many runs. That's going to be just a 1 there. There were 8 runs off that over. So it is going to be interesting. Highlanders, says YT King. Have you been watching the Highlanders career mode by any chance? Do let me know. It is okay if you haven't been, but at the moment it is getting close to the finals on that as well. I feel like the finals might almost be in time for Super Rugby Aotearoa, which will be pretty cool. I've been doing the Super Rugby Aotearoa competition on Rugby Challenge 4 throughout the break as well. Pearson will go out, says Vishwesh. I feel like they've got to get the wicket in this over. No, I'm going to, said YT King for Mile. Thank you very much, mate. I do appreciate that a lot. And unless hopefully we do get to keep on seeing more runs scored in this one and maybe a couple more wickets for the rest of the time as well. But if you are new to the stream, be sure to leave a like on it. I haven't actually been able to see the likes or how many people have been watching throughout this because of the fact that I was originally reading the chat on my phone, but then it stopped working. So I had to go to, I've got a mini screen that I'm watching the game on my monitor and then the chat next to it. So that is how I have been doing it. But yeah, if you are new, be sure to hit that like button and also subscribe to the channel if you're new. We are going to be trying to do all of the BBL games, including the final. That is, of course, internet permitting, because of the fact that it may cut out like it did the other night. We were doing a live stream and the power just went out. So then I was actually chatting on my phone with data to the people who were still watching the live stream, and then the power came back on and I finished the live stream. So it was an interesting experience. But yeah, we are hoping to do more live sport live streams in the future. The power surge has been taken. Peter Siddle now bowling. He has gone for 1 for 6 so far. Oh, it's hit Pearson in the head, in the helmet. And it is just going to be the single. Slow balls and bounces is what Peter Siddle said for his power surge. Nope. Got him right on the badge, as they say, for Jimmy Pearson. So that will mean that he will need a concussion test after that. Concussion test is what Pearson will need to take. So that will be a slight delay because of it. And even though he looks like he is fine, they do still need to take the precautions. So this will be a little bit of a stoppage in play. So they will be able to have a little bit of a chat about plans as well. No use of power surge, says Vish Wish. But yeah, it will be very interesting to see how many runs they can get off it. Because if they can have a big over of about 10 off one of these overs, all of a sudden, this game is almost won for the Brisbane Heat. But if the strikers can get 1 or 2 wickets, but not many runs during this power surge, we have got a game on our hands here. It's looked the whole time, other than very early in this innings, it has looked like it was going to be the Brisbane Heat winning this one. But if they can get those couple wickets, all of a sudden, this game could go back in the strikers' favour. At the moment, they are showing the delivery to Chris Lynn, and it was an absolute beauty. Labuschagne went out, caught Nessa, bowled Wes Agar, who will be bowling the last over, or the second last over, should I say, in this match. Peter Siddle got the LBW off Heaslett early in his innings. Peter Siddle very happy with that. Then it was Joe Denley to fall. 41 of 40 for him. He was doing pretty decent. Caught by Renshaw in the end. Bowled by Briggs. Out extra cover. Deep extra cover, I should mention. But now it is very interesting. Renshaw bowled yet. Says 257 Utkash Tawari. He hasn't actually. Maybe that's an option. Will Travis Head look at bowling Matthew Renshaw against his old team? Maybe he knows a couple of secrets that a couple of the other strikers bowlers don't. But at the moment, it does seem set for Peter Siddle to bowl this one, and then Wes Agar to bowl the next power surge over, and then Peter Siddle to finish it off. Peter Siddle now bowling. That is a good shot from Joe Burns. He's hit it well, and that is going to be 4 runs. And all of a sudden, that puts it back to needing 17 off 16. Joe Burns, he is sitting on 14 off 14. He could have been out first ball, but was dropped by by Jake Weatherald in the slips. It travelled fast to the man. Wasn't quite able to get his hands on it, but this was just a good pull shot out mid-wicket way for Joe Burns. And I'm not sure what my thing is saying because it says that Pearson is on strike, which he is not. It has worked a leg, though, for Joe Burns. Unless maybe I'm delayed. Am I delayed? No, I'm not. It is just the scoreboard is a little bit wrong at the moment, I will say. At the moment, they do need 16 off 15, and they still have 1 more over of the power surge. So from here, 1 more boundary in this over could confirm the win for the Brisbane Heat, and then they will be taking on the Sydney Thunder on Sunday. And then the match tomorrow is going to be, wait a minute, the Sydney Sixers versus Perth Scorchers game is actually today because we are after midnight here in New Zealand. They have just got the 1 run off that ball. But yeah, so the game, Perth Scorchers versus Sydney Sixers tonight. And then the next day will be the Sydney Thunder versus whoever wins this match out of the Brisbane Heat and the Adelaide Strikers. Then whoever wins that match faces the team who lost the match tonight with the Sydney Sixers and the Perth Scorchers. Whoever lost that one plays whoever wins the Sydney Thunder versus whoever wins this match, whoever won that match versus them. And then it's the final. Full toss from Peter Siddle. It is just going to be an easy single for them, though. And at the moment, off Peter Siddle's over so far, we have had 8 runs in that boundary. It's going to be interesting. Can Pearson hit this one to the boundary as well? Or can Peter Siddle pull off the miracle ball that he has pulled off so many times throughout his T20 and international career? Peter Siddle. Strikers will win by 1 run, says Vish Wish. Imagine us going to a super over here. That would be pretty extraordinary. And I don't think anyone would have been predicting the fact that it would be that close. But at the moment, it is looking decent. Peter Siddle, last ball of his over. Oh, it went through. And it is just going to be the single. Has gone to John O'Wells. So they have got 9 off that over of Peter Siddle. He's not looking too happy, but he has closed out a lot of innings for teams in the past. I met Aaron Smith, says YT King for Mile. Of course, being Highlanders fan, that would have been pretty awesome for you, mate. Where did you meet him, by the way? Was it at training or something, or were you at a game, perhaps? Or was it just in the streets of Dunedin, perhaps? They are playing Baby Shark, which I am not going to be dancing along to because I have something in my eye as my excuse. But it is going to be Wes Agar. And that's the thing. He has got the ability to get wickets, Wes Agar, but he also has the ability to go for a lot of runs. So it is going to be an interesting situation here. They are showing Chris Lynn and also Darren Lehman. They both look a little bit nervous, but nothing too bad. At Sunscorp. Or at Sunscorp? Is that how you say it? I'm not too sure where that is. You'll have to let me know. But Pearson now is on strike. 36 off 40 he is. Where's Agar with the ball? It's going down leg. It is just going to be a 1 to the man at fine leg. Tell you what, that ball's flying to John O'Wells down there. They are going for the miracle ball here. Heat will win, says DK Channel. At the moment, they are looking in the box seat. But they have got the power surge at the moment. They need a boundary or two. Well, a boundary or two would actually win them this match from here. I think 2 boundaries would anyway. 1 boundary would make it set for them to be able to win it in the last over. But Wes Agar at the moment, he has got a wicket so far. He got the wicket of Marnus Labuschagne at the start of this innings. Joe Burns, 16 off 16. Of course, I did mention he was dropped off his first ball, Joe Burns. He was dropped at slip by Jake Weatherall. Wes Agar running in. It's off the edge. Oh, it's dropped. It's dropped. Briggs has had such a good day with the ball, and now he's dropped the ball. Wes Agar is looking disappointed. Ball in the air catch, says Vishwish. He did call it. Oh, dropped. And unfortunately, straight into the chest. And Danny Briggs, he had to take that one. If he had taken that, who knows what could have happened. But Joe Burns at the moment has had 2 lives. He is a cat at this stage. If he's got 9 lives, he will win this team the game. But Pearson. Oh, no, that was Pearson on strike, I believe. No, it wasn't. They were able to get the single in the end. Wes Agar steaming in now. And that one has been hoiked a leg. And it is going to the boundary for Jimmy Pearson. 4, says Vishwish. It was indeed. And now the probability of the Brisbane Heat winning is 99.4%. And that was before that boundary, I believe. No, it was after. Geez, I'm a bit behind in terms of my live feed. I think I'm probably about 30 seconds behind. You guys are finding it out before I am. But nonetheless, the Brisbane Heat, you'd think from here, have booked themselves a trip to see the Sydney Thunder. And how different could it have been, not only if they had held that catch from Michael Nisa earlier, or held that catch from Jake Weatherall, but then also that one of Briggs. Pearson is dripping with sweat at the moment. It is the short ball. Is it going to be a wide? Yes, it is. And I feel like that was the ball that Wes Agar, I thought was going to bowl the last one, was going to be the bouncer after that drop ball. It went quick to Briggs. He just dropped it. Unfortunately, Wes Agar, you could see the excitement. And then he yelled a couple bad words at that stage. Wes Agar, DK Channel said 99.4% for the win for the Brisbane Heat. It is indeed. They are saying that it is a simple catch in that situation. It should have been taken. Peter Siddle is trying to give him some words of wisdom. And I feel like Peter Siddle is a man who you should listen to. Peter Siddle, he will be wanting as many runs of those 6 left on the board. It's a wide one. He chased it as well, and it's gone through the gap for Pearson down deep fine leg direction. Deep third man. And that is going to be the win for the Heat at this stage. Surely 2 more runs off 8 balls. Wes Agar with the wide ball. Pearson just reaches for it. It could have been a wide, but instead he decided to chase it. And he managed to get it through the gap. And when it's your day, it's your day. And Jimmy Pearson has done very well there. He would have been impressed with that shot, I have a feeling. But now I want to see what that does to the probability. It is still 99.4% for the Brisbane Heat to be able to win this one. Now it is going to be Wes Agar. Is this going to be over before the end of this over? It could be. Pearson gets that ball to leg, and that's in a gap. And because of it, it looks like it is going to be the 2. And the Brisbane Heat are going to be going to the final. Well, not the actual final, though. They have got 2 more games to win before they get to the final. The Brisbane Heat, they have to beat the Sydney Thunder in the match on Sunday. And then they also will have to win the match next Thursday against either the Perth Scorchers or the Sydney Sixers, whoever lost that one. But Chris Lynn is looking happy. Well, I think he's looking happy. He doesn't smile much, Chris Lynn. But he did manage to get his team the win. Although you'd have to say the big partnership of 60-something runs between Pearson and Joe Denley was what got them over the line. They won by 6 wickets there. Nonetheless, it was a good game to watch. I did thoroughly enjoy it. Hope you guys have enjoyed the live stream as well. We had a few technical difficulties overall, but overall we have been able to get there. But we will quickly have to, what was I going to do? I was going to go on to here so that I can put that the Brisbane Heat are not batting anymore. The Brisbane Heat, I will put that they won by 6 wickets in the end. The partnerships in the end for the Brisbane Heat were what got them over the line. There we go. Brisbane Heat have won this one. But nonetheless, I think with that game being over, we are getting close to the end of this live stream. I will wait and see if you guys have got anything else that you want to put in the comments before I do end this one. But pretty much, I will also, while I am here, I will show you the score on the scoreboard as well for in terms of who got how many runs. So Alex Carey at the start for the strikers just couldn't quite get off the mark in terms of getting that strike rate up. He was sitting on 13 off 22 balls. Jake Weatherall was able to get 32 off 28, which did help them out a little bit in that situation. And then we had Travis Head once again, another fellow who wasn't quite able to get that going. 12 off 21. In the end, he was out. Bowled off Marnus Lavishane's bowling. And in the end, Marnus Labuschagne actually managed to get 3 wickets, I believe, which was pretty impressive. And then Jono Wells was sitting on 20 off 14. They subbed out Daniel Worrell to have Jono Wells in the side. So that would have been interesting if he had a chance to bowl Daniel Worrell. Daniel Worrell is the name I was trying to say. And then for the Brisbane Heat, we did have Chris Lim went out in the first over to an absolute perler from Michael Nessa. Then Joe Denley sitting on 41 of 40 really helped the innings out. Marnus Labuschagne out pretty early in the second over by Wes Agar's bowling. Caught Nessa. Then we had Sam Hessler, LBW by Peter Siddle. It was an absolute beauty of a delivery. LBW hit in middle stump. And then Pearson not out on 47 off 44, which really helped out the innings. And Joe Burns on 17 off 17. Dropped twice, Joe Burns. So he did have a couple lifelines. And because of it, he was able to help his team get over the line. But because of it now, I think we are at the end of this live stream. I have a feeling I have put myself back into the full screen. But for anyone who is just tuning in now, the Brisbane Heat won this match by 6 wickets. It was a very good performance for them with the ball and also with the bat, with that big partnership in the middle. But anyway, that is going to be the end of this live stream. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like. If you are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We will be back with the rest of the BBL matches as well. I hope you have all enjoyed and hope you all have a good day. We are currently sitting on a new day in New Zealand at 12:33 a.m. I hope you all have a nice day. But nonetheless, thank you all for tuning in, and I will see you all in the next one.